terrible little underground denizens, the Ratmen, and I think it's the case we can overwhelm them and do well, but I got some doubts. We'll see how it goes. Let's say hello to everyone, though. Thank you, indeed, Korea, for being here. Hello, Eka. Hello, Comets. Welcome today, Cajun Killa. Raw, good seeing you. Hey, Jim. Hey, today, George. Welcome in, Denothing. Welcome in, Board Games. Good seeing you, Board Games. Hello, Elzadol. Hello, Marks. Hello, Blue Link. What's up, Steve? What's up, dogs? Putzaroo, welcome. Board Games, hello. Nine, hello. Welcome, Cyber Oracle. Ahoy, hoy to you also. It's okay to fall apart sometimes, not when we're being greenskins. Unless the greenskins can use their falling apart energy to come back together and smash more and better. Hello to you, Ox. Welcome, CS Prof. Hope your break's going well. If I missed you, apologize, but glad you're all here. Thank you for spending some time with me this morning. We got stories, we got little games to play, HPG, welcome, and then we got the big game of Warhammer. Now, this morning, as we woke up, my alarm went off, I turned to Noms and said, Noms, sweetie, it's time to get up. And she said, no, it's Sunday morning. Our sense of the week's a little bit off here, thanks to the holidays, thanks also to last night. There was a Wrexham match to watch over in the English Football League. They play a Boxing Day match every day after Christmas, so an unexpected match last night, and we'll be having 15 days with 6 matches in them, so there'll be a lot of exciting Wrexham ahead. I've got some stories from that. I've got a lot of other good stuff, but yes, the weekend is almost here for us who are still working at this part of the almost said semester, but no, this part of the year, those who are working as part of the year, you have the opportunity to maybe enjoy the weekend pretty soon. And as always, thank you for spending part of your week with me. I say it every day, but I also mean it every single day. Today's tie is a brand new tie, one of the many charity ties. We still have 3 or 4 more to get and to show off. This tie was requested as a maroon and orange tie. This is the tie of the colors of Virginia Tech. There you go, the VT, official Virginia Tech merchandise. Hope it is enjoyable, hope it looks good. I think with this shirt it works pretty well so far. That said, maybe a little bit wrinkly, Noms and I have been talking for I don't know, months now about getting a steam iron to fix the problems of the wrinkles, mostly for her clothing, because you all don't care that much, I think. And it's mostly hidden underneath the jacket, and then by the time I go and teach, the shirt will have flattened out mostly, but Noms does think she needs to do a little bit more ironing, and that'll be a good time. Maybe we'll have an ironing stream. Wouldn't that be fun? We'd have just chatting while I iron my shirt. Actually, I just realized the desk in front of me is flat, and so we could use the flat desk for an ironing surface as I talk at the beginning of the stream, and then I get to put on a nice little warm shirt too. Let's probably not do this. Whichever way, there's a possibility, as every other harebrained idea I have on stream. Good seeing you, Ellisadol. Good seeing you today. Hope life is good for you in the Southlands. Welcome to the stream once again. Friends, let's begin with a slight disaster in Resortyville. Over the past few days, my little laptop has been acting up a little bit. Let's see here. 4 days ago, it blue screened. Because it blue screened unexpectedly, I didn't read the error code. I just said, an old restart will fix this one. I now wish I would read the error code. I have no idea what it is. The day after it blue screened again, definitely with a different error code, and so I said, it's just happenstance, coincidence, no big thing at all, and so I restarted again. Yesterday then, it was running kind of strangely in a way that I would think of as a lack of availability of RAM. So when I would open a new tab in the old Firefox, it would take a moment to get itself open. When I would type something in, it was a tiny bit laggy, and said, okay, RAM problem. But I pulled up the old control panel thing, the device manager, all looked fine. I pulled up the system system usage page. It all looked fine. And so like, well, that's kind of weird. Maybe we need to update to Windows 11. Maybe running the updates will fix this. And so we updated to Windows 11. Windows 11 is now on the computer, and it ran a little bit just fine. And then it was time for dinner, and I put the computer away because I do turn off my laptop regularly. And then I went ahead and opened the old laptop after dinner and pushed the power button, and nothing happened. And I said, that's strange. Well, let's unplug it and wait about 15 seconds and plug it back in and push the turn on button. And nothing happened. I said, is it possible the battery has run down? I'm pretty sure that full battery when I put it away, but I changed to a different outlets, and I noticed that, yes, indeed, the little orange light on the side that says, hey, we're charging now, was not charging now. And so, friends, I think my normal human personal laptop has died suddenly. And I don't know. What did I do, Resorty? I don't think I did anything. Like, my prior laptop, the one I got rid of about 2 years ago, this will be relevant. The one I got rid of about 2 years ago, I did drop on the floor one time. But this one I've treated really, really well. This one I've set down respectfully. I've carried on my lap as a laptop is carried. There's been nothing especially strange with my treatment of it, to my knowledge. Now, maybe the kitty cat overnight has been using it and throwing on the floor. Does it work without the battery? Toasted Wookie, I've not tried that yet. I'll give that a shot. Good question. Did I wash it? No, the keyboard is an absolute disaster site. But I went ahead and pulled up the Amazon page for it. I went ahead and saw how... hello, Noms. I went ahead and saw how old it was, and yes, indeed, the warranty ended about 7 months ago. And so if it needs to be repaired or replaced, that's coming out of this guy's pocket. And I feel pretty bad about that because really and sincerely, I love fixing things. Like, I love changing out the hard drive or making sure the memory's good or whatever. But in this case, I think there's no repair unless it's the battery. So I might pull the battery out and see if that fixes it. If not, I honestly don't know what to do. So any of you tech people who know things, feel free to mention things. But if you know nothing, that's fine too, because I don't know anything either, and that's what life is. All right, Noms, you have words to share. Welcome today, sweetie. What is going on?
My Macintosh is still working.
Your Macintosh is still working.
That I bought in 2021.
Yeah. I mean, Noms, you do a great job of taking care of your computers. Yes, and your Macintosh computer is still working well. It's true.
Over 3 years.
Over 3 years. It's true. And your laptop before that worked for a long time too. It's true.
I had a Mac Mini that I traded in.
So one difference, and I don't know if
because it was still working.
One difference I'm not sure is relevant here is Noms uses her laptop on desks almost exclusively, or tables or things like that, where I almost always use it on my lap. And also another difference, I guess, is that Cat Fritz sleeps on top of it occasionally. Now, I don't think it pulls in much cat hair, because the pull-in part is down below, and I've looked in, I haven't seen much cat hair, but I don't know. It's possible that the Macintoshes are just better computers through and through. It's possible that I treat mine poorly, but who knows. Check for heat blockers of fans. Yeah, I glanced this morning, and it looks relatively clear. And I think they were spinning, but I'm not sure. Anyway, Noms, what you got? And I'm going to go ahead and pull up the exact model of the computers I posted in chat. So
yeah, I was going to say, I don't know. Your things usually end up furrier than mine. But I think Fritz also likes your computer more than mine because mine feels almost always cold.
It's
whereas
true.
Yours almost always feels warm.
It's true. I think
I don't know how that happens, but
yeah, I think the way in which we use them is what different. Like, I do play games on mine where I don't think you normally game on your laptop at all. No. And also, like you said, the cat thing, and I don't know if my computer has more big fans. I don't spend the money for the fancy shiny Mac computer, unfortunately. I should, though. I did something clean the laptop. I'm happy to try it. That said, if you are mentioning overheating damage, is it too late? If I go in there and give it the world's greatest cleaning and return it to factory new beauty, if something is melted, correct? Like, I don't see that. It's been overnight and it's still in front this morning, so I'm not sure. So what do I have? I have a Asus VivoBook 14S, I believe.
Now, I was gonna say it's also possible. Like, people have often said this about Macintoshes, right? Is that they cost as much as 3 PCs, so they should last 3 times as long as a PC, or it's the equivalent of a really high-grade PC.
It's true. Back when I was regularly going to different hotels around the country, I would then have a gaming PC so I could stream. This one is not a gaming PC. It's one that does play some games, has an NVIDIA such and so inside of it, but...
Going to different hotels around... That makes it sound like you were a regional manager or
Absolutely.
something.
High-flying regional salesman. No, those interviews and conferences primarily. Could the power supply have died? So, non-gamer dad, awesome seeing you again. I don't think so, and the only reason why is when I turned off the computer, I would have noticed if it was at low battery. So I'm not sure if it could be related to that. I think I did try to turn it on with the power supply unplugged, but I tend to notice I've had especially low battery, but it is possible. Maybe it's time to buy more parts to see if it fixes it. Reality overrated. Thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate that a whole bunch. Very good having you with us. Very good. It's even though I do agree with you that the Mac machine is meant to outlast 3 baby PCs, I just feel really bad replacing these computers regularly. Partly from a financial perspective, but also it feels like such a waste of materials. Like, it feels like I've not used it well, and now it's going to go to a landfill somewhere, or I'm not sure exactly.
It can join the other one in the closet. You can create a whole stack of dead laptops in our closet.
Oh my goodness, it is true. My old laptop is indeed in the in the closet, because when we had it break, I said, I need to figure out how exactly to recycle it here in Japan. At that point, it was all too Japanese for me, so I don't know. History teacher Steve, thank you for the holiday gift subscription to my father, non-gamer dad. No ads for you. Maybe next time I'm in the US, I should find a way to install an ad blocker for you so you can stay around longer. What do you mean ad blocker? Sorry. I mean, thanks for watching the ads. But enjoy the subscription. Steve, super generous, and thank you. Like a leper colony of old laptops, it is kind of that way. They are just piling up. That said, 1 is not a colony. 2 might be on the way. What's that line from 1776 about a collection of things? Let me see here. They can't see this. If you want to vamp, you're welcome to.
There's some funny Mac and PC discussion going on in the chat.
It's one of these topics that if you get it up and going, people will express in a big, big way.
I finally got my keyboard.
That's true.
It's very lovely, and it's operating system agnostic. It will work with all of them. It doesn't care. But as Cat Jade was saying in the discussion, I don't think it comes in ISO format. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes.
Real quick, the line, and then we'll get to your story, which is a great story, which you didn't bring down. Again, I'm surprised by that.
I couldn't possibly take it back upstairs.
I can go get it for you. So why was I wanting to mention this? It was about what makes a colony of old laptops. The John Adams quote is, "I've come to a conclusion that 1 useless man is a shame, 2 a law firm, and 3 or more a Congress," which is presented so well in that musical. But yeah, I mean,
sit down, John.
That is the song. Well done. Yeah, and so I think it's the case that I think I'm going to say you need 3 broken laptops to have a laptop leper colony.
What is the what's the animal that has a Congress though? A Congress of...
Oh, I don't know.
I thought there was one.
Yeah, probably. It's Parliament of Owls. But yeah, maybe there's some collection of these things. A couple people on Cyber and Pepper are mentioning they still have all of their old electronic devices, and many of them still work. Noms, in fact, is the same kind of human. Before we moved to Japan, we had a period of selling off on eBay a lot of old tech from past probably 15 years. It still worked relatively well.
Including what do you call it?
iPod.
An iPod with a click wheel.
But also, because Noms is Japanese...
I just realized that Panasonic trackpad...
Absolutely.
I think someone in chat had said at that time, it looks like a click wheel. It works just like a click wheel.
We should pull it up at some point again and talk about it. It's so cool.
Apple should sue the Panasonic Corporation.
No. But yeah, it amazed me that the other thing, because Noms is Japanese, she also stores all of the packaging for all of these things. So we were able to sell on eBay like a working iPod 1 with its original case, with its original box, with the original plastic in the box. And I think that's so cool. I think it's so cool that you have these things available, not just for the financial side, but also for the organizational side.
Yeah, it's time to go buy an IKEA in the country so I can fill it with all of my packaging.
Yes, it is difficult holding all the packaging here in old Tokyo without so much space, but yeah, are you still doing that? The more recent things you've purchased, do you have packaging still here in Japan? Or
No, not really.
Yeah, I think part of it is because when I see packaging that's not being used anymore, I set upon it like a madman and immediately throw it away and break it down.
No, you know who sets upon it like a madman?
I don't know.
Fritz.
It's literally true. He literally sits upon it. Very good, very good.
We should just keep adding trash to his throne, and then.
At what point will he stop using? Yeah, he does have this. Actually, my old laptop box is the cat throne. It sits in the corner of our living room / dining room / kitchen, and the cat sits upon it and gazes out upon his domain, which we enjoy. But I do want to start adding like sheets of paper very slowly. Would we have a piling problem eventually, or would he accept every new level just more of the same?
I think he'd kick it off the first time.
Really? I want to try that today. I think with just one sheet of paper, he would accept it, no problems. We'll see. Well, it's an empirical question.
I was thinking he would probably just kick off the sheet of paper.
Oh, accidentally.
Intentionally or accidentally. One of these. Yeah.
I'm considering trying to...
Like you tape it on there?
Exactly. Experiment number 2 is if he kicks it off accidentally or otherwise, we'll then glue it on and see if he tries to pull it off. And if not, then great. More papers being added with glue every day. Don't worry, we'll find a non-toxic cat glue.
Or he'll get his fur stuck in it.
Possibly. The glue will go underneath, though, don't worry. Hello, Super Cheese. Happy holidays to you. I know that some holidays are still on. If you celebrate one of them, happy holiday indeed.
Yeah, Hanukkah just started.
Hanukkah's just going now. It is the case that the Kwanzaa, I believe, is up and going, or maybe was yesterday. My apologies for not knowing all these rules I should. I know that the Yule celebrations have been happening for you pagan friends. I know there's a variety of Festivus celebrations and all the rest.
Yeah, the local deep fryer store was still celebrating Christmas yesterday.
It is true.
They still had their big old Christmas flyer.
Yeah, usually Japanese companies are very good about this is the end of the thing, it is over, take down everything. But yeah, they are still celebrating Christmas one extra day. My guess is they had extra Christmas packaging and decided to keep the celebration going a little longer. For us, the big holiday is New Year's here in Japan, so we'll look forward to sharing that with you all as it comes along. And I don't know what celebrations we'll do. Maybe I'll finally take pictures and go to a midnight celebration.
I was thinking about all the children's games that are played on New Year's.
It's true.
Especially the one that's like... it's like badminton with wooden boards. And then I think if I recall correctly, if you lose, they draw on your face.
I've never heard this before.
I think that's true.
Wait. Japan is a nation of hazers? I know that... I think it's Korea is the nation in which young boys especially will attempt to strike one another's perineums. Is that the word for it?
Oh.
Well, part of one's genitals as like a ha-ha, I got you, which as an American feels absolutely horrible. But I'm pretty sure in Japan we don't do that.
Look it up.
Look it up. I want to save this for New Year's conversation.
Oh, okay.
As if there's if there's a Japanese hazing ritual involving drawing people's faces when they lose a children's game. I'm not sure. Abernathy, yes, indeed. Japanese New Year is the same day as the rest of the world's New Year's, though it happens a little earlier because of the difference in time zones around the world. Mention of Boxing Day. We should move to this topic, and then and then have some more about keyboards. Maybe I'll run and get the keyboard for you to show off if you want to, or you not want to bring it down intentionally.
Oh no, you can bring it down.
I'll get it in a second.
I just didn't think. I don't know if people wanted to see it that badly.
I mean, some people are in the Discord and have seen already, but a large portion of our community is non-Discordian, and so they'd love to see it up close.
Please carry it carefully.
I will throw it down the stairs so that you will need a new one.
I know you need weight training today, so this will be your weight training.
We can discuss that in just a moment. Friends, happy Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. In the UK at least, and maybe in points beyond, I'm not quite sure. I don't know much about what exactly Boxing Day involves. I think it means goodbye, Noms.
I'm just right here.
Boxing up all of one's presents, or maybe the tree and such. I got no. Something is boxed up. But for me, Boxing Day means only one thing here in Japan, and it is the yearly Boxing Day celebratory round of football. We get to watch football on Boxing Day, lots of matches. Apparently back in the day, the football teams would play one match, Team A against Team B, on Christmas. And then they would play the exact same team the next day on Boxing Day in the other location, which is a lot of driving, a lot of missing family time. So now they just do the Boxing Day, which means I was up late for Wrexham, as always, of course. And the first thing to say is, for the first time ever, I began watching a football match and said, never mind, I'm going to sleep. And the reason for that is not that my team was losing, though they did give up a score in the third moment, but instead it was so ridiculously foggy that a match about 30 miles away had been canceled due to the fog. But apparently the fans sitting in one side of the racecourse grounds couldn't see the fans on the other side, and the fans at one end of the field could not see the other end of the field. And so they brought out the bright yellow football, which will help the players see it. But really and honestly, I could not tell what was happening in the match. I could see the players moving around and sort of infer the match, but past that, not so much. But I did go to sleep, and because of that, I missed two fairly interesting moments I'd like to mention to you. That said, the first ad break is coming, FYI. And Noms, you returned with a hat on.
I had a hat on before.
I did not know you had a hat on before. Why did you choose to move to this hat in particular?
This one has a pink pom-pom on it.
It does have a pink pom-pom on it.
I thought it would be more festive.
It is quite festive. Do you celebrate a holiday that includes pink pom-poms for all?
No.
That's fine. Very good, very good. Hello, Dougster. Good seeing you. Friends, it is time for possibly violating other people's copyright, but don't worry, I'm going to comment about it, and that will be just fine. So first, here is the positive moment of yesterday's match. You'll recall, if you listen to me regularly going on this and that, you'll recall there's a player who is named Super Paul Mullen. He's our very best striker. Unfortunately, he hasn't scored but once so far this year. Only scored once, and he's had a terrible back surgery. It's been a disaster. Yesterday, we got to see why we call him Super Paul Mullen. And this little photo/video will show you why. Let me go ahead and full screen this thing. You can see the fog there. This is a camera on the sideline, surely, much, much closer. But here's a little bit of football from old Super Paul Mullen. Look at that. Look at that. The man has a ball come to him. He controls it on his right thigh and then kicks it across with his left foot in the air. Wow! And a further thing to say is he's right-footed. So that's his bad foot, which makes me think that possibly it was an accident. But man, I could watch that kind of play all day long because I know that I could never, ever do that in a million years. And the man managed to do it in an important moment in the match. So with that, the team is now 1-all. So it's going to be a draw, and Wrexham keep pulling off draws, which are absolutely maddening because they should be winning, etc., etc., etc. But don't you worry. Towards the end of the game, Wrexham has an opportunity, or Wrexham have an opportunity to pull ahead due to what I think is one of the greatest calls in all of football history. Absolutely amazing officiating that was definitely the right call. I'd like to tell you a little rule about the game in case you don't know football well, and that rule is when a player inside of the so-called 6-yard box, the big box on the ground there, impedes another player's strike with part of their arm or hand, anything here below, that's called a handball, and the correct reward for the handball is a penalty shot, a one-on-one shot between the keeper and a striker. So I would like to show you the handball that successfully sent Wrexham into victory yesterday.
Yeah, this I'd like to see.
It is on the League One subreddit. Is there a problem when the top 1, 2, 3, the third one earlier, now it's only 2. There was the top 3 posts on the League One subreddit are about this handball. Let's see. So again, it's about striking, or the player striking the ball from here down on the arm. In the red, Stephen Fletcher. There's nobody better than Stephen Fletcher, not even Cristiano. He strikes the ball mightily. Here it comes, and it hits the man. Clearly hits him in the arm. Obvious penalty every single time. It's some combination of being very foggy, and then in the moment this deflection happens, Fletcher and every single other Wrexham player turn and scream at the ref, handball, and the referee calls it. Now, I definitely agree, dogs. The defender's made a mistake here. You're giving the referee an opportunity for the call by having your arm up, right? If your arm is in a defensive, close position, then it will lead to the referee not calling more often. But with that arm up, it's very hard to see, especially on a foggy day. Yeah, definitely the arm in his back is the way it is there. Noms, you haven't seen this. What do you think? Good penalty call?
I mean, the frames moved very quickly, so it's possible that maybe it bounced off his hand and onto his back. That's
very true. Yeah, humans can only see in 60 FPS. That's not why it's not worth getting a better monitor, obviously. So possibly between the frames, Noms, you're a genius. Absolutely. Anyway, Wrexham scored and went on to win. Now, that said, about a month ago, Wrexham had a penalty against them of roughly similar quality. So these things all even out the end. But there you go, your Wrexham update for Boxing Day. I think our next match is on, Tuesday or so? Something like that. So I don't know. Was it humans going seeing 60 hertz? I'm sorry, I don't remember what the meme is. I gotta get my memes on point or else. Noms, would you be up for holding the floor for about 30 seconds while I get your keyboard?
Okay.
Do you have things to talk about, or should I give you a seated topic?
I mean, I have a very lame topic to talk about.
Lame topic is great. Back in 30 seconds to a minute with your item in hand.
Sorry, friends. This is a lame topic. This morning, I made some coffee. I started drinking the coffee. This is a new blend. And I was like, this is a very interesting, different flavor. Huh, must be some artisan coffee. And then I realized before the coffee, the last thing I had in it was matcha green tea. And there was a lot of the green tea powder still must have been left as residue in my mug. And my entire cup of coffee tasted like matcha green tea. That was not very pleasant. So I've now decided to wash my mug. And now my mug has been washed. But that's quite the flavor. Although, you know what? There are a number of Starbucks roasteries or Starbucks fancy pants Starbucks in Tokyo. And maybe one of them would like to think about the matcha green tea coffee.
That's very nice. I would like to offer a slight comment on this one. Look, friends, I'm not the only one who doesn't wash his mug after every usage. Now, of course, Nam probably washes her mug every couple usages. Mine's been...
No, you go quite a while.
Oh, you do quite a while also?
Yeah.
Anyway, friends, you can't just say shame on you for not washing your mug, because I'm not the only one here.
Yeah, the one at school, horrifies people.
Do you show them?
I don't show it to them, they just see it.
Oh, they spy on you. You should shame them for daring to look inside of your mug. That's your personal thing. Okay. Shame on them.
Okay.
Nums, how would you like to deal with this next part of the stream?
I don't know.
Do you want it yourself, or shall I display, or what do you feel?
How about you bring it up and display it, because you can get closer to the camera.
It's true. So a couple things.
And then we can do clippity-clop sounds.
If you want to, we can. Friends...
It can be a true ASMR stream.
Friends, as you know, Noms has been thinking, talking, researching a new keyboard. I missed some prepositions in there, sorry. Noms has been thinking about, working on, talking about, and
seeking your sage advice.
Seeking your advice and researching a keyboard for, I don't know, a few months at least. Maybe even longer. And so 2 days ago, Noms finally decided what keyboard to get. And here it is. Thing number one to say is it's heavy. It's heavy in a way that I find unpleasant. Because I believe it's approximately, 4.5 kilograms?
No, 2.5 kilograms.
Oh, 2.5 kilograms, about 5 pounds.
Yeah.
So it is a heavy machine. Gotta make the flip there. It's wearing its little cover still because Noms likes keeping things attractive in their boxes. But there you go. What is this?
You can take the cover off to show them.
Oh my goodness. Yesterday I typed on this thing for the first time ever. And I washed my hands before I typed on it because I knew otherwise I'd get in trouble. But there you go. It's a, 75% keyboard.
Yes.
It has this upper, bigger keycap on the escape key, where apparently you can plug in your USB dongle.
Yeah, it just stores your dongle. It's a
There
place
you
to
go.
store your dongle.
So 5 pounds of aluminium action.
Yeah, show them the weight in the back.
Yes, indeed. There's this piece here, this reflective piece. Hello, chat. Can you see you? Oh, you can see my you can see my fingerprint on it, sorry. But there you are, chat. There's the webcam. That's what I talked you through. It's Inception. But yes, this piece apparently is a weight that you can take out.
You can order different ones.
If you want to make it heavier or lighter. And being honest with you, I have never, ever thought about the weight of my keyboard. Partially because it just sits there. The only time I pick it up is if I want to move the table or clean it. Noms, do you often pick up your keyboard?
No, but I think part of it is you don't want to. You don't want it to slide around while you're typing on it.
Yeah, I just don't have this problem. I don't have a problem moving at all. So, Noms, why did you end up getting this keyboard, and indeed, what is it called?
It's called the WHIII. The WHIII SK75.
WHIII, W-U-M-I-E-R-E?
W-O-M-I-E-R.
Okay.
WHIII.
WHIII.
SK75.
SK75, all right. So it's usable for lifting and moving, number one. But why did you choose this one among all of the ones?
I looked at a lot of reviews of it,
It's true.
and it's a good. It has good cospa. Actually, one of the Amazon reviews said it had good cospa.
Which is cost performance.
Yes, good bang for your buck.
All right.
So it has a lot of the traits of the higher end keyboards, like having a weight, being aluminum, having a plate that is like that responds a little bit, that bends a little bit to it, instead of just being a hard mounted plate.
It's true. It's true.
It's gasket mounted plate.
The escape key might drive you nuts. Yeah, so I think this is one that you can change out. Indeed, they all are. For example, one of the buttons here was previously a plain black Windows key, but Nom's turned it into a Mac keyboard by changing out to an OPT key and a CMD key instead. And I like that they're bright colors, so we can say, oh, that keyboard has been modified from Windows. Shame, 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 obviously.
Oh, you know what we should do?
What should we do?
Can you lower it just a little bit?
Sure.
Is it on? Oh, yes. There we go.
This is not going to work because of the color.
Oh.
That's good. The further thing here is Noms is truly a gamer, and why is that? Because you can set up any kind of Roy G. Biv there you want to. Oh, there it goes. Look at the Roy G. Biving. Oh my goodness, Noms. Oh my goodness. Was that part of why you bought it, or is that just a lucky effect? Because I intentionally do not buy these things.
No, it was just a nice effect.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And so another reason why you bought it is that you like how it sounds. And this is something I've never shopped for myself, other than I kind of like having my keyboard click a little bit, like the old IBMs maybe, old IBM keyboards. But Doms, you got this one because it was described with 3 words that I find absolutely bizarre. What are the 3 words? I don't have typing time. What are the 3 words?
Well, I think some of them described it as thawky.
Thawky.
Creamy. And marbly.
Mm-hmm. Are these words that you would use to describe a keyboard? The word thawky
It's a keyboard word.
Might only refer to me as, or might make me think of those giant spiky fellows who fall from the sky in Mario, the Thawks, I believe. And then creamy. This is ice cream. This is a word of taste. And then marbly. This is for our fatty meats and for our bathroom and museum floors, maybe. But Noms, please present. I'll go ahead and stop the music for a moment. Please present the sound of marbly, creamily, thawky. Here you go.
I was gonna say, I don't know what's happening because it's still
I mean, it's in super ultra RGB mode now. Now I'm pushing all the buttons, and here's what happens now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Friends, it's your LSD trip disco days. Boo, cat.
Well, yeah, what I was going to say is, I don't understand what's happening because the dongle is still connected to my keyboard upstairs, my computer upstairs.
So it's possible you are, in fact, typing a manifesto upstairs.
I mean, it's asleep. That computer is asleep.
Okay, will it ever turn on again? Will it ever turn on again? But yeah, as far as like the raised keycap, Nom said she might take the home key.
That's what I had originally done.
And not yet. You said you might change the home key over into a little Lego man. Yeah. Which, again, I can't imagine having anything on my keycaps than, just the keys. Partially because, do you mind if I tell a story about these things here?
Oh, sure.
The other day, Nom said, nobody uses the keys in the top right. Nobody uses the home key and the end key. What do they even do? and so I was delighted to show it moving up and down the screen, which was delightful. But Noms is still not using the home key, a little Lego man instead. Now, you just put the plastic cover back on.
In a hurry.
Is that because of when I speak on stream, my big voice, occasionally big things come out?
Yeah, I saw them coming out.
Terribly sorry. My effusiveness leads to...
to protect my keyboard.
Yeah, my effusiveness leads to spittle, unfortunately. That's how it goes. All right, Noms, I'm going to step out of the way. I'm going to be quiet. Noms, please display a bit of typing. What will you type?
I don't know.
You can do pure nonce if you want to. You can do the quick brown fox, etc., rather.
I don't know if they'll be able to hear it. Can you hear this? Nice, yeah?
Sounds creamy, delightful. Yeah. I mean, I see why those words are used. I see why you would enjoy that sound very much, but it's just not something I think about. And I want to be able to think about it. Because my keyboard is... Where am I even typing right now? I don't want to type into somebody will break that thing. So here's by typing. Now, it is somewhat quieter, but the sound I hear on my keyboard, I don't even notice. Now, maybe that's because I... Sounds horrible! Maybe it's because I've used it so often that I just don't notice at all.
Oh, a Geiger counter. That's a nice way of...
Yeah, but maybe I need to step into a new bit of the world and adopt a keyboard of thawk, a keyboard of cream. But Noms, I don't
think this is quite thawky.
Not quite thawky. I mean, I think you spent a fair amount of time over the past month or so listening to people's videos on YouTube in which they were just saying, like, here is the keyboard XQ5 4000. And it would be genuinely 30 seconds of just typing noises. And I found myself having one of those, misophonic reactions, where after a while I was thinking, this is horrible. My little ears are having a horrible experience. But I tolerated it, and eventually Noms found the perfect keyboard for her, and that's pretty great, Noms. But maybe it'll be Resorty's new keyboard adventure in the new year. That said, I believe that all of the stream money from the past 3 months is probably going to buying a new laptop, unfortunately. That's how these things go. All fun.
I don't like how your spacebar sounds. The rest of it is okay, but I noticed as you were typing, your spacebar makes a really unpleasant, hollow, high-pitched noise.
Hollow and high-pitched. All right, I'm going to go ahead.
I think some YouTuber will surely say that something's wrong with your stabilizers.
Wrong with my stabilizers. Mm-hmm. So number one, I don't know what a stabilizer is.
See, I don't like it either.
Number two, I don't think I've installed any stabilizer. Is this one more way in which keyboard companies encourage us to buy new keyboards regularly?
No, you can take out the stabilizers usually.
I think there was
and lube them. Put them back in.
I think there was
foam them.
I think there was one fellow whose keyboard videos you were watching who was typing along and said, "Oh, I don't quite like the sound of that. I'm now going to spend 4 minutes putting in pieces of paper underneath the keycaps." And to me, this just makes no sense. Now, maybe if you're working in a very, very quiet environment in which you need to suppress all possible sounds, I'm not going to take my keyboard apart and put pieces of paper in it. So
some people put Masking tape on the
Masking tape.
That's a very popular modification, yes.
Yeah, I know we have a keyboard club here on campus. I know
Not anymore.
Not anymore. We used to have a keyboard club on campus where students would mod their keyboards, and
2 years later, I understand what that group is doing.
oh, you should have joined. You should have joined and kept it around. Isn't this a first world problem to have? It is indeed,
it totally
Bibby.
is.
Yeah. Bibby, this is the kind of thing where I recognize that number one, it requires a certain amount of like money to be able to buy just the perfect keyboard, but then also, man, when I was a kid, we had a keyboard, and even if a key stopped working, we started like using the character map instead to use that key. That was the keyboard till next we visited Grandpa's house. So anyway, a tiny bit of typing. I just want to hear, like, focus on the sound of the space bar to hear what you
really don't
hear.
have to focus on it.
So your claim, Mom, is that it sounds high-pitched and unpleasant.
It's like,
Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna type,
it's not as bad as some other ones, but
I mean, honestly, it just sounds to me like a spacebar sounds. So maybe I have very low standards of spacebar possibilities. And
this is where you're like, oh, anything is good for me. And then if I take you somewhere and I go, hey, Resorty, here's a bunch of different things that are all do the same function. Which one would you like? And then Resorty says, oh, I don't know. I think they're all fine, but I guess if I had to choose one, I like this one. And it's like the one that costs 5 times as much as the other ones.
But with that said, I often do still buy a less expensive one. Because while I understand what it is to... I can hear the difference between our two keyboards. And were all else equal, I would possibly choose yours. I'm not sure right now.
It doesn't have a number pad.
I need my numpad. That's a good call. I really do mean it. Like, as long as the thing works well, especially for stream, I'm happy, right? Someone mentioned a while back there's a slight hum in the background on my microphone that probably comes from the desktop tower. I'm thinking how to fix that. I've been thinking I should just put pieces of cardboard over it, even though I could probably buy some kind of baffling system. But yeah, I mean, good enough is good enough. My standard line on all things. And with that, this topic is now over.
Oh, I would like to say that far down below or above, Paul Harvey remarked of my keyboard, mint, which is exactly the sorts of switches that are in it. Mint switches.
Wait, really? So I saw the word mint and assumed it meant like that's a brand new, it's in mint condition.
I assume that's what Paul Harvey meant.
That's amazing.
But I would
if
like to
someone
point out that it does
just
have mint
heard
switches.
the sound of that typing and immediately identified what kind of switches they are.
Well, if they're blues, you can identify that.
Okay,
Those
unfortunately...
are the ones that go clicky, 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 clicky. Really high-pitched clicky noises. Which I discovered I actually don't really like. I thought I would like them, but I actually don't. They're too high-pitched for me.
I don't want to look into this, but I am somewhat curious. At what point did this become a thing? And I don't mean this like you in 1979, but still, at what point did we begin thinking about the ways in which the very switches of the keyboard could be changed?
Yeah.
Because at some point it was just you get what they send you. And then I'm guessing there was some, smaller hobbyist community. Mm-hmm. But now it seems that more and more people, like, I don't think of you as a gamer. I don't think of you as being a big into computer kind of person. This is fair, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely like it hit fad status.
Fad.
Because that's why they would even make a budget that's like this, a budget keyboard that's like this.
Yeah.
So some people are saying, oh, this is really nice because this now, the presence and the prevalence of really nice budget mechanical keyboards makes it possible, makes it a lot more accessible.
Yeah.
For people who haven't built their keyboard from the ground up with like parts that are...
Yeah, no doubt. I think...
So it's gotten popular enough that it has created demand for these products.
Right, not just in limited quantities, but huge quantities on very different levels.
Yeah.
Eka, I definitely agree with you that IBM had the old mechanical keyboards. I know they're very expensive and very popular now, and I grew up using ones like that. But I just wonder, like Nam said, at what point did it hit fad status, generally known by the populace? Now, it is the case that... Actually, I'm going to say ask you, I guess. Where did you learn of this? Was it in conversation with chat? Did you hear a podcast on it?
No, it wasn't a podcast. When I started looking into external keyboards,
Okay.
right, because I was going to get peripherals instead of using my laptop all the time only. Then I started looking into peripherals and I started looking into keyboards. And then there was, there were some discussions of different types of keyboards. And then it was like, oh, there's mechanical versus membrane. And most everything comes with a membrane keyboard. And this is why a mechanical keyboard is so much better.
I see.
And that's how.
So it was blog posts.
I don't know if it was blog posts, but yeah.
Okay, so it's something involving searching, though.
Searching the web.
The SEO being optimized in such a way that you got this thing as opposed to just, hey, ordinary user, any keyboard's fine, don't you worry.
Yeah, it was either Google or YouTube.
That makes sense.
Right.
Friends, it is time for one last story, and then we'll do some little games, and then we'll get today's big game. I'm in the middle right now of deciding whether today should be the last day of the Warhammer playthrough. Because tomorrow is definitely Farm Sim. So excited for trying that for the first time. But should this week be the end of Warhammer, or should we do one more week of it? And I just don't know. I'd be happy to hear your thoughts on that one. Probably we're towards the end of the greenskin playthrough. Though there are more units I want to learn. After a while, greenskins do just become kind of like run in and smash. So we could try a different possible... different playthrough, possibly. We'll see. Anyway, the other story is one I've been saving, but I decided a while back that this story is not a good holiday story. So I decided it was time to share with... Where's the right screen? Time to share with you this picture today, or this story today, which is a picture-based story. How exciting. All right, so...
You need a Wacom.
I need a Wacom? I could draw in different ways, but for right now we're drawing with our mouse, and that's a-okay too. So.
I bet you could get like a little device that's just like this big, which is you can do.
Oh yeah. As of right now, I don't want to spend more money on peripherals for the stream unless they add real value to the stream. I'd prefer not just to buy every gizmo that comes to mind. And so my current thought is, whenever you end up upgrading your iPad, if ever, I'll inherit your old one and we'll use that. Cool.
Well, it's never going to break, so...
It'll never break, so you'll never upgrade it. That's fine. We can continue suffering with...
You just need to convince me that there's a new mechanical iPad. That I would like to buy, and it's called a notebook.
I'm sure there's some kind of app on the iPad that will make every tap sound like mechanical tap instead. Maybe. Anyway, it is time for drawing. It's time for a story. We need two things for this story. Nam, do you know what the story is?
No.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, so it is the winter here. It is cold here. It is dark here. It's not especially perspiry here. That's not the right word. Precipitation. It's not raining very much. And so we're at the part of the year where the plants come inside. The time of the year when it's time for all of Namza's beloved plants to live in the house, which is great and grand. I'm going to go ahead and make a little planter here. This little planter here will nicely describe the plant in question. I'm very bad at MS Paint as usual. We start here instead. Oh no. All right. I was planning to make a rectangle out of two triangles and impress you all. That, though, did not come to pass, as usual. All right, we give you a planter. We then have a little plant with its leaves. Let's go ahead and do the correct filling in this time. Definitely the drawing here adds a lot to the story, as opposed to just telling you all, but I feel like drawing today. And so you're getting a little bit of drawing excitement. It's a plant. Now, these are nice, vibrant leaves. I would like to indicate that the current plant is in the process of dying.
What?
I mean, it's brown. It's having some leaves really looking terrible. Maybe it's not dying.
Yeah, I think it got a little cold shock.
Cold shock.
Maybe it'll come back. I'm hoping it'll come back.
Gotta believe, gotta believe. Anyway, it came inside, which is very nice. It's nice having plants inside the house. I really do believe that. They're nice to see growing, and they smell nice sometimes. Not these usually, but this plant is what kind of plant, Noms?
It's a coffee plant.
It's a coffee plant. Were you gifted a while back, or you bought it yourself? I can't remember.
I was given it free when I bought a bag of beans from some coffee.
Would you please say a
roaster.
sentence again?
I was gifted it free when I bought a bag of beans.
There you go, T. That's what you get here in Japan, a free coffee plant with your bag of beans. I love it. Anyway, it's been growing.
Was it the farmer's market?
It was indeed. It's a coffee plant, and so you call it Juan, after Juan Valdez. What a good time. Anyway, it's not doing terribly well, and so it came inside. And there were a collection of other plants coming inside, and we don't have that much space for plants in locations that are not accessible to cat frits. We don't want cat frits biting at them, even if it's the case that the plant's not poisonous or otherwise unwell-making for him. We want it to be safely put somewhere. Now, already the shelves are full, the windowsills are full, and so Nom said, hey, it'd be a good idea to put it somewhere on top of another shelf. And we said, gosh, Nom, that's a good idea. And so Nom's went ahead and put it on top of a bookcase, or a pair of bookcases. I will insert a few books so you can understand what I mean. Let's say books have red covers and white insides. Oh, look, it's some books. Now, on one side of the book...
That's how my books are
Well, I'm about to say that.
Yeah.
On one side of this bookcase, the books are very, very nicely put together. On the other side, what can we say? The books are somewhat haphazardly presented. They may be, somewhat stacked strangely. You can tell whose side of the bookcase is and whose it is not. My side, her side. I'd like to introduce one more factor for the story before we tell it. This particular bookcase is somewhere interesting, somewhere good. In fact, it is roughly the backboard. Is that the word? The head backboard thing of our bed. And so here's our bed. It's above there. Friends, at approximately 11 p.m. maybe, something like that, Noms and I decided to go to bed with this setup. And so Little Resorty climbs into his side of the bed. Little Resorty gets all snugly underneath the covers, as Little Resorty does. This is a terrible body. What a mess. I'm so bad. Oh, gosh. Yeah, my legs are curled up. That seems nice. And Noms looks over and makes a comment in passing. Noms, would you like to repeat your comment in... That's my blanket.
Oh,
It's my blanket. Noms, you look over to me in bed while you're getting your pajamas, and you say...
I don't remember what
You don't know what you said. You said, I hope there aren't any slugs inside of that plant's dirt. I hope there aren't any slugs in that plant's dirt. In this moment, what fills the mind? Slugs crawling into my orifices. It was absolute nightmare fuel. Now, it is the case there are invasive slugs in Japan. It is the case that we've brought plants in from outside before, and slugs have come out of them as they got into a warmer location.
Yeah. Or a wetter location.
Or wetter, absolutely right. Now, the one thing to say about any of this, of course, is that Noms' side of the bed is closer to the plant. And so it is possible if there was any orifice splunking, it would be going via Noms. That said, I'm a warmer human being. Maybe I would be preferred. Slugs are harmless. I mean, I agree with that. But slugs are two things. One, surprising. I think when we're in our homes and we suddenly see...
He jumps out at you, right?
It's not that he's jump scaring. It's more, I think for me and maybe many people, when we're in our homes and we suddenly see an animal in the house, it's always, gosh, amazing. That's a problem. It's a bit of a jump. Number two, while you're sleeping, you can't really defend yourself. And not that we're going to war against the slug people, but like I said, I sleep with my mouth open often. There's a little drool spot on my pillow. You could easily imagine the slug climbing into my mouth and me waking up with sliminess. Nobody wants that. Anyway, these were the thoughts that filled my head as I was going to bed, and it was not a great feeling.
Did you wake up with slugs in your mouth?
I did not. You are correct. I did not actually suffer the fate about which I worried. That said, the nighttime brain is a strange thing. I think many of us who are able to hold it all together in the daytime, get in bed and start thinking some negative thoughts and have to talk those down. This is why I had a girlfriend years ago, well before You Don't Worry, and when she would go to sleep, she always loved watching TV shows. And her favorite TV shows to watch were History Channel shows. And at night, they all became like secrets of the ancient aliens.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The aliens march among us right now. I know
someone who was on Ancient Aliens, by the way.
Do you really?
I went to graduate school with somebody who was on Ancient Aliens subsequently.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. Absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. Very strange. Mm-hmm. We should definitely watch their episode and then call them up and talk about the experience of being on Ancient Aliens live on stream. But yeah, I think her experience was also like watching murder shows late at night. And I can't imagine falling asleep to movies or TV shows in general. It's just not for me. But if you're going to do that, why would you choose those? Why would those shows be the one that you want to pollute your brain? I don't know, but that was the experience. What was the show Commander Riker was hosting? Wasn't like Believe It or Not. Well, it was Ripley's Believe It or Not, probably.
Really?
Yeah, I think Jonathan Frakes did that late in his post, not late in his career, because he's still around. He's still living. I apologize,
he's
Jonathan Frakes.
Directing more than he is.
Let's see here,
now.
Jonathan Frakes, Ripley's.
Oh, there's Jonathan Frakes memes. What are those?
Ripples. No. So he apparently did Ripley's Believe It or Not of some sort. That said, the Wikipedia is not pulling it up, so maybe it's a different show. Let's see, Jonathan Frakes. I'll pull up the old wiki here. Jonathan Scott Frakes. There he is. Wow. He's still Commander Riker underneath it all. But there you go. He hosted a show called Beyond Belief, Facts or Fiction. Yeah, I think it's the case that he would often end the show with some kind of speech.
Oh, he's still doing it. Oh,
it's still on? Okay, it was gone for a while, for 2 decades, then came back around again. Wow. All right, well, there you go. It is the case that this is around. There's a German version of the same thing. Notice on this one, other than the speeches are nice. It's like the end of the Jerry Springer show, where no matter what kind of nonsense you've seen involving cruelty and weirdness and isn't the world a strange place, the speech often make me feel kind of good.
He has an MA from Harvard.
So it does, yeah. I mean, Penn State and then into Harvard. He's actually from Pennsylvania. I wish to continue my theory or my hypothesis that everything that we like is from Pennsylvania.
No, that's not possible.
But yeah, apparently MA Harvard. I had no idea.
I wonder if it was a late in life.
Yeah.
Like if it was like after his acting career.
Maybe. I do wonder what field it is. It's not an MFA.
I was going to say, doesn't David Duchovny have an MA from Harvard? Or?
Yeah, in 76, Loeb Drama Master of Arts. It doesn't say what field, but yeah, it's in 76. His major.
So it was right after his BFA was in 74.
Yeah, it's BFA in theater, MA. And I don't know if Harvard offers MFAs or only Masters of Arts. Fascinating. He then worked for Marvel Comics, appearing as Captain America.
Well, that seems...
Oh, that's great.
At conventions. Oh.
He'd love for me to say the city he was born in. I mean, I'm going to say, like, the obvious pronunciation to me is Belafonte. I'm guessing it's not that. What?
You mean like the one guy, Harry Belafonte?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Maybe that is how it's pronounced.
I mean, that's the obvious guess for me is Bellefonte, Pennsylvania. But I know there are many cities throughout many parts of the Midwest, especially, and nearby, that have really unexpected pronunciation. It's just Bellefonte, right? Bellefonte, Pennsylvania.
Oh, yay. That's what I was going to guess.
We've discussed this previously, and the Europeans and non-Americans found this very upsetting. Speaking of which, part of the joy of doing the New Year's cards has been discovering that people are joining us from very unexpected places. We sent a card yesterday to Greece, of all places, which is really, really fun. We sent them to Portugal and places in South America. No one in Africa so far. That is the one I very much want us to do. Versailles, Pennsylvania is called Versailles. Yeah, it's at Versailles. There's one of those in Illinois also with similar pronunciation. Okay, there's this city. There's this city right here.
I think I still pronounce it wrong.
Yeah, and apparently this city right here, the people who live there disagree on the pronunciation. Now, maybe that's not true. But apparently there's a bunch of pronunciations. Now, it's listed here as Wilkes-Barre. Wilkes-Barre. But I think it's the case that some people from there say Wilkes-Barre. Wilkes-Barre. And things like that. Don't mispronounce the Monongahela River. I think I know it's Monongahela. Something like that. I don't know. Aren't regional names fun? You live there, it's Wilkes-Barre. Okay. Let's see. I mean, it's probably a Reddit discussion. It's probably a Reddit Pennsylvania discussion. Let's see. Wilkes-Barre? Barre? That's spelled. People who live in Pennsylvania. How do you call this word? Let's see. How to pronounce it is a mystery. Born and raised, Wilkes-Barre. Or even Wilkes-Barre, but not Wilkes-Barre. So, this person who claims they're born and raised says Wilkes-Barre.
But read the next line.
Even the bar people think Barry's ridiculous. Stop it. I don't know. It's very confused. I'm from Philly. I've said Wilkes-Barre or Wilkes-Barre. Now, normally, the state subreddits are people who really do live in the state. So I don't know. Now, some of you are saying it's definitely Barry. But this person's saying it's Wilkes-Barre. Do we know anyone from this area? We can call right now and dispute with them?
I know people from this area.
Yeah, I know people from the area also.
I know people from Scranton.
Yeah.
His name is Joe.
Joe. We'd say hello to Joe from Scranton. Should be Barry, like Barra. Yeah, I don't know. It's become more and more bear.
Barre, it sounds like.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a macro for the A.
Yeah, lots to read. It's like Dubois. Though, of course, for the writer, it's Du Bois. What a thing. Anyway, maybe they're wrong about that. Maybe. Noms, any closing comments for the opening blah, blah, blah?
Oh, what was I going to say? There was something I was going to... Oh, yeah. So when we were looking at the Jonathan Frakes Wikipedia, I was reminded that the other day we were near... we did not go in, but we were near a Picard grocery store.
It's true.
Which I've heard about in podcasts. And then I had talked to one of our Fancy Pants colleagues, and he said, oh, yes, I'm there all the time getting frozen this, that, or the other thing. And apparently it's a French grocery store that sells entirely frozen things. Yeah.
It was attached to what seemed like a stereotypical French store also that sold bread and wine.
It was called Bio Si Bon.
It's true. But yeah, apparently it's frozen French food.
Yeah, I read about it, and I heard about it on a podcast.
Yeah, we've never been there.
It's like an international foodie podcast. They're like, oh yes, Picard is so good. Actually, no, it wasn't a French person. It was just an American person being like, Picard is so good. It's amazing.
So there's the overpronunciation of the name.
Yes, food de gratin.
You're pretty good at that.
I wonder if our friend Aristide, the bon Venu is here. I don't remember your name entirely.
They are indeed here, absolutely. Always a good time. Yeah, favorite breads also. I don't know. I do wonder what the strangest thing they sell there. Not said, how do they present their name for Japanese folks? I think I'll go back to the page with the Google.
Picaro.
Yeah, Picaro makes sense. They use a lu instead of a do at the end. I was expecting picado.
See, here we go. Picard surgelé.
So I appreciate that Namda's here because you can actually pronounce French words in a way that I can't. However,
I don't get overwhelmed in the middle.
You don't get overwhelmed
because there's so many vowels.
So many vowels. Do we say the vowels or no? But you do use a ridiculous accent. Where I try very hard to like keep my accent reined in.
That's because I'm being over the top, like I'm on Ratatouille.
Yeah, no doubt. The D is silent here. Oh no, I definitely know that. That said, when we move to Japanese pronunciation, often silent letters get pushed forward. Just so that the spelling and the pronunciation somewhat match. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember some of the most ridiculous Japaneseifications of things.
Yeah, we'll figure them out.
In 2014, French consumers voted Picard as their favorite brand.
That's amazing. So the real thing from France here in Japan.
It's 10 years ago.
I love it.
It's so 10 years ago that it's any good.
Love it.
You can get... look at all the variety of things you're going to get frozen.
They said
Peeled chestnuts.
They said they have 707,000. Yeah, 700 products there. Frozen and ready to take home.
The best-selling item was extra fine green beans.
Green beans! That's great. I wonder why green beans were so darn popular.
I wonder if that's where the green beans we ate came from.
Oh, probably. Yeah, the Picard is right across the street from where we ate.
A Picard shop at Musashi Koyama in Tokyo, Japan.
That's lovely.
Look at that.
Little shop there. With absolutely no Japanese writing. I'm all about that.
I wonder if on the inside you walk in and there's like little accordion music playing.
I mean, the place we went to for Christmas dinner said it was like a portal into the U.S., and indeed it was.
I would like to point out, at one point I said, wait, didn't we just hear this Christmas? And you're like, no. This song is this Christmas. And I said, wasn't the last song this Christmas? And you're like, no. And then immediately after that was another version of This Christmas.
Yeah, they had a Spotify playlist on.
It might have been in alphabetical order or something.
This Christmas over and over again. 4Com, thank you for the generous resubscription for 10 months. If you tilt your head a bit, it turns into 12. I don't think so. I'll see you in 2 months, my friend. But thank you very, very much. Friends, quick question about the Twitch chat interface and your emails recently. And then we'll play the games, I swear. Has Twitch been surprisingly aggressive recently in saying, give people gift subs, give people gift subs? Because I'm getting pop-ups in chat regularly that said, like, you used to be a gift subber, now give more money and you could be a gift subber again. And I'm getting emails that say things like, wasn't it nice to give a gift sub to this person a while back? You should do it again. Many of you are saying that, yes, indeed, you are getting that also. Yeah, definitely not a fan of the particular way in which they're advertising it. Like, I appreciated the email that said, there are now bonus subscriptions. One that said, if you give 5 subscriptions, you get 1 more beyond that. But yeah, they threatened to take away the gift sub badge. Absolutely, Pepper. Yeah, they said if you don't gift right now or next week or whatever, you'll lose your gift sub badge, no matter what level it is. Absolutely crazy. Hey, Ed, good seeing you.
But did you see that Family Mart has a mayo drink?
Family Mart has a mayo drink. That's disgusting.
I know what that means. But you love the mayonnaise here.
I do like mayonnaise on my sandwiches or mixed with hot sauce for my French fries. But the idea of drinking mayonnaise, definitely against that idea. I'm okay with drinking syrup a la Super Troopers, but no, not mayonnaise, not mayonnaise. All right, team, it is time to play the games. We can't talk forever because we
can't talk about WHIII now?
This is not a just chatting stream. Nams, you want to talk about WHIII? How about we do it on tomorrow's stream?
Oh, okay.
We can write it down if you want to. I have a page here I use for topics to discuss. We've hit all of today's topics.
Including the one misspelled one.
If you come back or watch the VOD earlier, you'll learn that my beloved personal laptop has probably died, so I'm going to have to buy a new laptop. And honestly, I'm not going to spend that long shopping for it. I'm going to say,
You're going to buy the same one?
Possibly. I'm going to say, hey, I like Acer. Hey, I like Asus. HP is too expensive. Which one's cheaper? All right, we'll do this one. And maybe that's why my things break, because I don't really do much research when it comes to laptops.
Zarius, that use of mayonnaise in that joke there, I believe, I think Jeff Foxworthy, I think, has that joke as well.
That's a name I've not thought of in a very long time.
Yeah.
I mean, his shtick back in the late 90s was just a lot of jokes that began with, you might be a redneck, and then some little observation about his life, or an extreme version of a person who lived in that kind of way. And I do wonder, does he still do things? I think for a time, Jeff Foxworthy was hosting the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader show,
he was. Mm-hmm.
Which is also produced by Mark Burnett, the person who also made Survivor, and will be our next ambassador from the U.S. to somewhere, because,
to Japan?
It's not to Japan. We don't yet know who the Japanese ambassador will be, I don't believe.
So it could be him.
Brickhead, thank you for the 384 bits. Don't buy the same one that just broke. I don't know. I think it might be gambler's fallacy to say that, because it broke, it's definitely going to break again real soon. Because the reviews on the particular laptop are 5-star reviews over on the Amazon, at least. But okay, because of your generosity, because of the 384 bits, I will most certainly go ahead and do that. Hey,
Jeff Foxworthy is as old as dirt.
Professor Evil, it's good seeing you. Thanks for being here. Which Greenskin Lord? We're currently playing as Gorbad. This is day 4 or 5 of the playthrough. I swear we'll play a different game, or we'll play this game in a little bit. For right now, we're just doing our intro such as it is. That's very good. Looking at fixing laptop first, I'm definitely doing so. The problem is there's no warranty left, and I suspect it's a motherboard issue. That's my current theory of the case, and I worry that a motherboard issue on a laptop of this sort will be more expensive to fix than to replace. Now that said, maybe fixing it is the environmentally correct thing to do, so we can talk about that, or we can never ever talk about it again and see what happens. Friends, welcome to the Variety Graphs page. Let me make sure we can see the entire... Okay, we're not zoomed in this time, so much we can't see the entire chart here. It does say scroll swipe to zoom, though. The scrolling... Oh, that's zooming in.
Yes.
How do I get out then? Oh, just scrolling. Hey, there we go. There we go. Okay, from 1995 on to 2022. So a course of about 30 years, from 6.53 on down to 1.31. So, chat, feel free to guess. We're going to talk through it and see what's what. So number 1, is it membership in the U.S. Boy Scouts in millions? So it is the case that the Boy Scouts have lost a fair number of troops and scouts over the years. This is a precipitous drop-off.
Yeah, but look at the x-axis. Look at the labels on the x-axis.
I mean, it's over a long period of time.
It goes from 1997 to 2007, then 2007 to 2014, then 14 to 16.
What's your theory of the case?
What I'm saying is this period is way big.
So drop off between 95 and 2000. Oh, I see.
This is a large period that's being depicted as the same length of time as these other ones, which are 2 years.
So we're saying this is a bad graph. Very good catch. It's an irregular shift.
Because that's 7 years.
Is 7 years here? Yeah.
Math
years. And here only 2 years. Yeah. Wow. That's a very good catch. I've actually never noticed that before, Noms. I've never ever noticed that they've had trickery in the graph. You'd be a very good stats student. I would not.
I was the student who read all of the directions.
Good job, good job. So regardless of the particular trickery of the x-axis, it is the case, it's claiming between 95 and 2022 that there is this big old drop-off, which again does seem plausible to me.
I suspect what they're trying to say is that something happened in 2007 in particular.
Maybe, yeah. I believe, and I'm not certain on this might be the period where the Boy Scouts began taking cultural stands in public ways. I don't recall what the issue was. It may have been gay marriage. It may have been homosexuality in general. And it led to a big public backlash. There were also, and this is very sad, instances of scout abuse by scout leaders and some big payouts. Again, was that in this period? I don't know. Anyway, that's a possibility, I'm going to say. Also, the Girl Scouts have done a big push to do more sciencey stuff and to be more inclusive. And as a response to that, the Boy Scouts have become just BSA, and I believe they're now admitting other kinds of people too. I'm not sure exactly. Anyway, weekly Shonen Jump magazine, circulation in millions. Do we know what this magazine is?
Yeah, it's a manga.
Oh, it's a manga. Okay. So
it's a magazine that's like, I think it's one of these big thick ones.
Yeah.
And it has like 20 different manga in them.
So instead of needing to buy each individual manga, you can see all the manga together. So the drop off here makes sense to me also. Does it too as well, Noms?
I don't know. Shonen Jump is still super popular.
Yeah, the reason I would think it might be correct is because there could be a movement to reading online instead.
But does that mean that you can't read? Maybe Shonen Jump is available online.
It might be. I think the word magazine circulation to me implies hard copy, but it might be wrong.
But it's still like...
It's still crazy popular. It's still everywhere.
Konbini, it's still there.
It's still there because no one's buying it.
And then they still like stack new editions of manga. They still stack them right at the register.
Oh, yeah.
And people will still buy them right there.
I don't mean to say that no one's reading in hard copy. This is still millions per week, but let's say possibly that. Next up, average number of public payphones in major U.S. cities in thousands of payphones. Again, drop-off seemed reasonable, but 6.53 thousand payphones in 95 feels like too few to me.
Yeah, for me, I think it's when it's the timing. So 2007, I got my first. Well, no, I was thinking. I got my first smartphone in like 2009, but I got my first cell phone probably in 2003 or so.
Right, I think it was 2005, 2006 maybe.
So I think that might be
good.
In terms of like the way the graph moves and the time period.
Absolutely.
I think that's right.
I think the arc is right. Unfortunately, many of them seem that way to me, but I think the number's incorrect. We'll leave it up right now, but I'm pretty sure it's wrong. Next up, annual admissions to drive-in movie theaters in the U.S. From 6.5 million to 1.31 million. I want to say absolutely not. Way too many. Also, there was a brief resurgence in these at some point, but I'm going to say no. What do you think, Noms? Also, quick break, friends. Ad break is coming in 45 seconds. Terribly sorry we haven't gotten to the redactor yet, but long day of chatting.
I think that's probably right, although I wonder when Netflix came out.
Okay, so either Netflix may have caused the drive movie theater drop. I thought it was just the case that the drive movie theaters had been popular in like the 50s and 60s and had fallen off in a big way. I'm going to say no on that run. Lastly, number of active pinball arcades in the thousands. Again, there's been a resurgence in arcades, but pinball arcade per se, I think is not the correct... I don't know what makes a pinball arcade versus another kind of arcade. Frankly, I don't think I've ever seen a pinball arcade. I've only seen the ones that have video games and pinball together.
There was the one popcorn store in the city we used to live in that had only pinball machines.
No, they had normal video games also. Yeah, terribly sorry. I don't know the numbers here. Again, down makes sense. I'm going to say no on that one also. Okay, Noms, of these three, which one do you like most?
I like payphone.
You like payphones? Okay. So I don't like payphones because I think it is too large of a number. I'm just saying. I like Boy Scouts, but we're going to do payphones. Let's see.
Ahead, let's do
No.
Scouts.
Payphones. Unfortunately not. They steadily disappeared due to the rise of mobile phones. So not the big drop off there, unfortunately. That's okay though. I liked your story. Let's try the Boy Scouts. Wrong! It's experienced significant declines in recent decades. This is a significant decline in recent decades. What do you?
I think they mean even more.
Even more so.
Why would it have apparently leveled off between 2007 and 2022? Even though it's hard for me to figure this out because of the x-axis problems.
Yeah, I think you're right. The x-axis is very strange. We are blocking part of it, unfortunately. We can hide ourselves, but it's too late now. Yeah, so the reason I would say, and this is like more cultural commentary than I normally do.
I'm trying not to block the x-axis.
Oh, I see. So the reason, more cultural commentary.
Actually, yeah.
I was fairly sure that this precipitous drop-off was the sex scandals, the cultural claims of the BSA, and then the leveling out is probably because there are some conservative parts of the country that are deeply into the Scouts, and perhaps the case that they're taking a stance on cultural issues actually further solidify the support of the same. I believe it's the case that Mormon communities have a bunch of scouting areas still. I believe some parts of the rural South do also, but I'm not certain on that. Anyway.
Oh, I started doing ventriloquism.
Oh, did you? I missed that entirely. That's my story on the Scouts. I was wrong. So I do wonder if the numbers are even lower, or if the fallout has been more consistent, even as went on. Anyway, something Shonen Jump magazines. We don't know, but good job, Noms.
What do you mean?
It was one of the three we had left.
Oh, okay.
Good job.
I had nothing to do with this.
It's all right. Good. You said it was. Oh no, you said it was too big a drop off.
Strange, yeah.
All right, there you go, team. A Japanese manga is the story of the day. I didn't know anything about that, but there you go, team.
Can you click on the? Can you click on the source?
I can click on the source. There you go. Very hard to see. We'll zoom in a little bit more. Up, and then big drop off. Big drop off. What are we doing?
I'm trying to read. I'm trying to figure out if they give an account for why. Okay.
Do you want me to email this to you?
Yeah.
Or should we run through
I can find it myself.
Okay.
Or if you could just do this thing about 96 through 97.
Yep.
In like this paragraph in Google Translate.
We can do that. So poor Nom's gonna have to struggle through kanji over the next little bit. What happened? Oh, really? Direct the Mormons created their own version of the Scouts. The BSA had gay Scouts in. Really? Do you know what it's called? Like I said, I know that Mormons took Scouts very, very seriously for a long time. But they have their own version now. That's really interesting. Huh. Cool stuff. We're learning together. We're going to French from English to French. Why was that? I don't recall why exactly I was going to French on stream. History of our world. It's Esperanto. Man, I wish I knew Esperanto.
Esperanto is very easy to learn.
It is very easy to learn.
It's the most regular language.
It is. The biggest drops were etc. There's nothing here at all about the reasoning other than how it's going. You'll have to look into...
In years with a large drop, it is as if the calculation was changed from momentary maximum to the average, so this part needs to be discounted when considering the figures.
I don't know, Noms.
In reality, the decline is likely to have been a little more gradual. I wish they had read that before using it in the graph game.
I got nothing, Noms. I got nothing.
Because they're saying the collection might have been... The way that the data was counted, the way the figures were counted may have changed.
The magazine's decline in circulation in the 2000s reflected the broader shift from print to digital media, with many fans choosing to read manga online rather than purchasing physical copies. There you go. That is the story.
And I will say...
Shonen Jump now has a digital platform of its own, as well as a legendary manga library.
Yeah, I will say that that I just realized what the kanji for shonen is. When we're on the train, we see a ton of people reading manga on their phones.
Okay. Fascinating.
Oh, you don't look at anybody's...
I don't look at people's cell phones.
I'm like, oh, everybody's reading manga around me.
Friends, it's time for the Globe game. Yesterday we were in Suriname, in the South American continent. Today, where shall we be? I worry it'll be an island, but Nams, you're here as a special guest this week, and maybe next week too, we'll see. What place in the world do you wish to start on this day?
India.
We're going to India today. Big old country. Nams has been there recently. It's 5,220 kilometers away.
That's pretty far, right?
It's fairly far. The full circumference is 40,000 or so.
Let's do Italy.
Go to Italy. Going across the continents. Italy's cooler, unfortunately.
Indonesia.
Go to Indonesia. Heading southeast. It's cooler still.
I'm so confused.
All right. A little confusion. Now, the thing that's fascinating is if you get your protractor out right now and get your ruler, you can figure out where it is from just these 3 points.
Yes.
And so occasionally people in chat, the more actually among us, will begin saying I should do this. But no, we're not going to.
Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast. Côte d'Ivory, going to the west side of... Ivory of Coast, good. West side of Africa. This is closer. It's warmer at 3,410 kilometers. Is it across the ocean? Is it up in Europe? What do you think, Nums?
Oh boy.
It's okay to be wrong on stream. They're used to it with me.
Zambia.
Going to Zambia. Zambia. That's right. We now put our hands in the air and walk around for a while like we're actually good at the game and not just choosing random countries in Africa. There you go. GG. Well played. Good. Was there any particular reason you chose that name, or just one that came to mind?
Just came to mind.
Very cool. I think Zimbabwe is down here, then South Africa. Do I not remember my game from the countries here? Let's see. So it's off of Liberia. And by the way, yesterday I was reading about part of the history of Liberia. It gets kind of crazy for a little while there. Reading in particular about General B.N. I knew of him. I didn't realize he was a Liberian, though. We'll not discuss that topic, but goodness gracious. We need to play Victoria 3 and send Liberia on a friendlier path into the 20th century. Okay, so do I remember the little game I played before? It was about naming the countries, I believe, to the east of Liberia. Man, I came up with a mnemonic involving hot dogs, I think. Or John, or... I think, like, Mali is here, and then Burkina Faso, and, I think there might be a generally in it for the Gambia, though the Gambia might be here, actually. Anyway, that's a fun game. Friends, let's guess the game. Let's guess the game. Game number 9 under...
Zambia.
I don't believe Zambia is a video game. We can choose some, like, strange colonialist game if you want to.
No, that's upstairs.
That's upstairs, colonialist games. I have no idea. I think it's a door, maybe just here. I think it's like some sci-fi power. Do you have any game that comes to mind? If not, I'll guess one of my standards, but...
Go ahead.
I think this is Deus Ex. I think it's that, like, underground layer you go to late in the game. It is not. Here is someone's legs.
Is this possibly like... Okay, I was gonna be like, is this some sort of Star Wars game?
So Star Wars came to me also as C-3PO's legs. Now with the other legs here, I think maybe it's more armor, but I'm not sure. And so I'm comfortable going to a Star Wars game, and we'll see what happens. There are a bunch of them. Do you have any particular one that comes to mind? We'll go and do
Old.
The Empire Strikes Back. It is not, unfortunately. What a shame.
Original platform is Wii.
It's from the Wii. Yeah, something newer in the world. Someone looking this way. I could imagine this as a Zelda map, but I just don't know on that.
Metroid? Could it be like a Metroid
Hey,
game?
wait, Noms, you're a genius. Those yellow legs are the legs of Samus Aran? Arian? No, that's both wrong, probably. But yeah, those are Samus's legs. Good job. I completely forgot about this series. Holy moly. Holy moly. Now, which one it is, I have no idea. There are so many Metroid games.
Yes, there are.
There are too many Marios, too many Zeldas, too many Metroids. Let's use Metroid Prime Hunters. It is the right franchise, but good luck past that. It's action and adventure. Noms, do you have another Metroid game in mind? What Metroid game is it? Is it Metroid 2, The Return of Samus? It's not. It's not. We have one more guess. Let's continue.
2010 was the original.
2010. So it's not the first Metroid. Is it Metroid Prime 4? It is not, unfortunately. We could be here guessing them all day, but I believe that chat has it figured out. We look at the left and see what you got. First thing to say is that Grulion said Samus very early on. So like Grulion, I think you were the first person in that direction. We have some Metroid Prime 1 possibly. Prime 3? Oh, of course, then you got it early also. Yeah, I see you got Metroid Other M early, but Grulion said Samus before that, I believe. Other M we're saying? We're saying Other M team? Okay, here we go. If you're wrong, get banned, of course. Metroid Other M. We win, Nubs. You and I did this. We are accomplished. Again, I want to compliment you, though, that you got the Samus thing.
I think I've played a Metroid. I think I played it on maybe, I don't know, maybe DS3?
3DS, yeah.
I've played a Metroid game before, so
Okay.
and I know it's like a classic Nintendo franchise.
Absolutely right. So seeing it was on Wii only, you absolutely got that. Yeah, it's a character I know, but just I think I was so focused on C-3PO and then on maybe it's a knight that I was going to go in the direction of things that were very medieval instead. Good job.
Well, the door looked
sci-fi. Absolutely. Sci-fi door.
It wasn't a normal door, it was like a
maybe it was door. A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's court in space. Anyway, let's play another Guess the Game. Oh, actually no, we must deal with the economy of the world first. Friends, what country is this? All right, 10.2 billion.
Electricity.
What an absolute mess of things. So no full specialization, but they have footwear parts and wire and aluminium and 10.2 billion exports. We call this a diversified economy, right? Diversified indeed.
Is 10.2 big
or
little?
10.2 is smaller. It's of
and
the
Coke?
The larger.
Coke like Coca-Cola?
It's not Coke like Coca-Cola. It's not Coke like cocaine. It is Coke
like Coca?
The product from coal. I don't remember exactly how it works. But yeah, it's something involving coal for sure. Iron cloth? I don't mean to be an idiot, but have we gotten to the Middle Ages once more? Iron cloth. Fascinating.
Iron structures. Lots of metals.
Lots of metals. So somewhere kind of rocky? Are we going to say like a rocky bit of Africa?
It exports electricity.
Electricity goes out. So maybe it's like big dams, possibly?
Yeah, dams or
turbines?
Is there a nuclear?
I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I'm going to go with the nation just mentioned. I'm going Liberia simply because I could imagine them having some of these things. They do not have these things. It's going to be to the northeast by 5,000 kilometers. So we can go across the nation, all the nations of Africa, possibly Middle East, possibly even the southern part of the...
they have sawn wood.
Eastern Europeans. Absolutely, sawn wood.
What's that one country?
Give me a hint.
I was thinking it was that Eastern European country that is on a sea.
Eastern European country on a sea.
It hosted Eurovision like 10 years ago.
Is it possibly Bulgaria?
No.
Is it on a sea? Is it probably Croatia? That's on a sea.
No, it's not. This isn't Croatia.
Okay, I'm not seeing enough fish stuff, unfortunately.
Yeah. Baku, Azerbaijan, I think is.
Azerbaijan. Wow.
But they should probably have more.
We'll see. We guess, and oh boy, closer still. So we know a western point and an eastern point. What is to the left of Azerbaijan?
To the left.
To the left. Did we say Turkey? I think Turkey's a bigger economy than this. Never mind. Who is tiny in that area?
Albania?
Albania. Is it Albania? I appreciate.
What about Macedonia?
Macedonia, maybe? I appreciate when Noms is here because I don't have to make the random, probably incorrect guesses. It's all her. Let's see. Albania, even closer. What's northwest of Albania? Is it Macedonia? Is that?
No, Macedonia's over here. Greece is here, and Albania's here.
Okay. We're so close.
Like, it's probably, isn't that like Bosnia, Herzegovina?
Okay, is it Bosnia, Herzegovina?
Slovenia, that kind of stuff.
Noms, you absolute genius. Well done on the Bosnia and Herzegovina. Good job.
I knew it wasn't Croatia.
It was not Croatia, probably a fish. All right,
Croatia's too close to like.
Let's see what people got here. First guess on that one was.
Oh yeah, it's Aristide.
It is Aristide de Bonsieur, who I definitely believe is an absolute genius of this game. Well done. I'm impressed by your knowledge of Eastern European geography. Now I realize that you have Greece as a focal point, and so you can do what's near Greece in a way I just can't. But good job.
My first roommate in college was from Croatia, too.
Oh, so roommate from Croatia. Did they talk about how they made lots of insulated wire in Croatia?
No.
Unfortunate.
No.
All right, we play the second game, and then we play the word of the day. And
wait. Oh, I see. That game.
And then we play Redactyl, and then we play our actual game. What a pile of things. Friends, I give you a sword. This sword does not appear to be held, does it, Noms?
No.
Yeah, I see it.
Either it's floating in midair or he has dropped it.
Dropped it, maybe. I see. You assume.
I mean, come on.
Wow.
We know how video game world works. Plus, this looks like an older game.
It was probably one of the early adopters of inclusivity, these DEI, these woke games ruining Noms' assumptions. All right, so apparently this is an average guess of 1. Is this a chessboard?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
There's a game that I loved.
It's called chess.
The game I love the answer called Battle Chess. I don't think it's this, because I think the graphics were older still. But could it be a chess game?
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Or
and then that looks like a fallen knight.
Of different colors.
Look at that! Good job. Here, I'll walk around with you.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Noms, we actually did it in 1! I love this game! I love this game so very much! Mr. Borg, no, Sir Pants on Fire was the first one to mention that one. Wow. I want to watch a little bit of this gameplay. I wanted to show the king defeating someone in particular.
Oh man, this music. Is it just the music?
It says gameplay.
Okay. So is this essentially just chess?
It is just chess. However,
It's just...
oh, the queen with her little sachet. Oh man, that was pretty good stuff. But jump forward and see if we can... Oh, there we go. She charges up the lasers. The pawn who's got a problem, he tries to run away. That queen does a little dance there. So there's different interactions for every single character. Look, the Rook is a giant golem man. Here he comes. Oh boy, watch out, Queenie. It's so slow. Uh-oh, Queen tries to get away. How's this one gonna work out? Oh no! In she goes! There you go, team. If you've never played Battle Chess, I'm guessing it's available somewhere online for free. It is really, really slow. You remember it not being that choppy. It's possible that the game in the background may get choppy, but let's go and run a different video and see if it's choppy also.
Oh, is it this good?
I get on this channel is to look at the music from Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, this seems good. So I think it's just that video in particular is not particularly good, but man, what a great game that is. I can't believe I got that, can't believe I thought of it. Very, very good, very good. Most soundtracks of 8-bit games are done with a single MIDI file at different speeds. That's amazing. Yeah, the ways in which early video game devs managed to save game space is absolutely insanity. It's kind of thing that leads Bill Gates to say, what, 32 megabytes is more than anyone ever needs, something like that. All right, it is time for the word of the day, and then the redactyl, etc. What is today's word of the day? Word of the day today. Noms, do you know the word menorah? I'm guessing everyone knows this one. Yesterday was wassail. Here we come, a wassailing, etc.
Well, thanks to lots of things, but also, what's that guy's name? Adam Sandler. I think he's the reason why a lot of people know menorah.
Oh, because of his Hanukkah song.
Yeah, it was very popular.
It was. It was played with great regularity by people who I think ordinarily don't spend a lot of time thinking about Judaism.
Do you know what word he rhymes with menorah?
I don't recall.
The late Dinah Shora.
Right, because he lists a tremendous number of people who are perhaps unexpectedly Jewish, ethnically, and yeah, the late Dinah Shora lights the menorah. That's amazing. So probably all know this word, but new word to you, dogs. Awesome. One person's learning. Here you go. A menorah is a candelabra.
A candelabra.
Occasionally they do this. So what day was it? One second. Delectation gave Epiphanic as part of his explanation. Yeah, so the writers of these things occasionally get a little cute. A candelabra is a kind of candle holder with multiple candles on it.
It's a lumiere.
Thank you. The fellow in Beauty and the Beast, played by Jerry Orbach, the French fellow.
Yeah, I was saying my French words.
Yes.
Lumiere.
That's beautiful. Menorah is a candelabra where 7 or 9 lights that's used in Jewish worship. At sundown on the first night of Hanukkah, Elliot's father helped him light the first candle on the menorah. Here it is in context. I'm excited to learn the etymology, but in context, rich with history and laced with just a bit of latke grease. Hanukkah is a time for the Jews to gather with family and friends and retell a fabled story of resistance. While certain symbols of the holiday, like the menorah, a decorative candelabra, and the dreidel, a four-sided spinning top, may be more easily recognizable in popular culture today, there's plenty more to learn about Hanukkah and why it is celebrated. From USA Today last year. Isn't
it a little offensive to call it a decorative candelabra?
I think it's a case where we're trying to explain what the thing is.
Decorative.
Oh, you think decorative undermines ritual?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a good point.
Like, oh yeah, isn't this pretty? This is why we put the menorah out.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. Yeah, it's important also.
I mean, it's USA.
I think it's the case. This might be wrong. Before we get into the did you know, I think one of the major figures in the Hanukkah important story is named, is it like Judah Maccabee? And that means Judah the Hammer. Can you imagine playing a character with that name in your D&D campaigns? Judah the Hammer. Oh, that's amazing.
Oh. speaking of, the other day, Jonah told us that there's a new D&D Lego set. It's like $500.
We'll go to that in a
but
second.
It comes with a campaign.
We're never playing Warhammer today. This is an absolute false stream title. Did you know? Hey, it's Maccabee, cool. Did you know in English, menorah was originally a name for a 7-branched candelabra used in Jewish worship? The 9-branched Hanukkah candelabra is called I don't know how to say this word, Hanukkah in Hebrew, but English speakers came to call this menorah as well. The Hanukkah menorah recalls expulsion by Judah Maccabee of invading forces from the Temple of Jerusalem. Maccabee and his followers sought oil for the temple's menorah so the sanctuary could be rededicated, but they found only enough oil for 1 day. Miraculously, that tiny amount of oil burned for 8 days until a new supply could be obtained. The Hanukkah menorah includes a handle for each day the oil burned, plus the shamas, a servant candle that is used to light the others. There you go. Here's a quiz. What 4-letter word starting with G refers to chocolate candy in the shape of coins, often given to Jewish children at Hanukkah? Do you know, Nums?
I don't.
Gelt. G-E-L-T,
Oh,
Gelt.
Like
gold coin.
Geld.
It might be related to Guild. I'm not sure on that
It's
one.
probably related to German Geld.
Absolutely. It's Yiddish. So
Yeah.
there you go. If you celebrate Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. Congratulations to Judas Maccabee for holding the temple long term.
Oh.
What's up,
That's
Dubs?
so nice. The Chaucer was saying that the package they ordered from Japan came with an extra little gift. That's so Japan.
It is so Japan, but they're probably also hoping to get positive reviews.
Oh, because I was going to say, sometimes we go to the bakery and sometimes they just say, oh, here's some extra slices of bread just because, haha.
It's true. It's random slices of bread indeed.
Wow.
All right. So,
Oh, it's from Lego Ideas.
yes, apparently it means that someone submitted this thing,
I
right?
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my understanding of how Lego Ideas work.
There you go, team. 3,745 pieces on this thing. With a tavern, a dungeon, a dragon, a tower.
That's the whole thing?
Yes, this is the whole thing, apparently. One of these, what are they called? These seeing eye things. They cause paralysis. I forgot what they're called right now, though. They're called beholders, I believe. Beholders.
Okay. I'm like, it looks like an offshoot of Medusa.
Yeah. Beholders, though. The eye of the beholder. Yeah, so I don't know. Look at these people who made it together. They played it together, rather. Celebrate 50 years of D&D.
Meet the master.
The game. There's lots of things you can click through if you want to.
Oh, it comes with dice.
And learn about it. That's really cool. Now, it is the case that we talked about a Lego stream, and chat voted and said they'd prefer to have a cooking stream to the Lego stream. And so this will not be made on stream, but some part of me desperately wants this.
I guess 3,000 pieces isn't that many pieces.
What?
I thought it'd be bigger.
3,000 pieces.
I thought it'd be bigger. If it's $500, I thought it'd be bigger.
Is it $500? Is that what's going on here?
That's what Jonah told us.
Okay, let's see. Happy sale, friends. Happy sale. And I'm guessing that they can probably have other D&D pieces that they come aboard.
Aboard.
I just want to say what this thing costs. Sets by theme. This is confusing. Where's the search
Lego
key?
Ideas,
Too many things. All right, so dungeons. Is it $500 indeed? It's 314 pounds.
It's probably $500.
Why on earth is it in British money? Or in English Great British? All right, so we're going to do the fun thing and then the sad thing. So this amount in USD is about $400 right now. If we do the other one, it's about 62,000. Remember once upon a time when 62,000 was worth about 6,000 American dollars?
Not 6,600.
Oh, 600. It's 600 rather. Sorry, 600 yen or 6,000 yen is now. What is it going to be? $394. USA, our poor currency. So there you go. We get about $360 if you want to. Probably not something to do on stream, but people are into board games, and D&D and Lego now have the perfect overlap of all of their interests.
Yeah, it comes with a campaign.
That's right. You can play a campaign. Someone in chat mentioned the campaign was a good time, and gosh, I appreciate that quite a bit. All right, team, it is time for the Redactyl, and then it's been more than 2 hours. It is time for the actual factual game.
Plaza Japan for your modeling needs.
Lovely. I apologize for going on a little bit today, friends. We should be playing games by now, but I've gone on too long. Friends, you're in 30-second mode. You get one word every 30 seconds. Guess a word and help us discover what today's Redactyl page is hiding from us. Number 1, philosophy. Nam's gonna ask you for a word in a moment. No philosophy, no potato. Noms, what is your word you'd like to guess?
Kind?
Kind, like type or friendly. No kind, unfortunately. We look to chat now. What do y'all have? Mongolia, number 1. No Mongolia. We have century then. There is one reference to a century. We have system then, one system. Type. There's 5 types. Good job. Science. There are 0 sciences. No science today. How about tragedy? No tragedy. Is there farce to go with tragedy? There's not, unfortunately. Year. There are 3 years. Species. 29 species. So not a science day and yet a species day anyway. How about time? There's 3 times. How about etymology? There's 1 of those.
Whoa.
How about history? Yeah, so you get an etymology very early there. Fascinating. How about the union? The union makes us strong, but there's none of those, unfortunately. Time we already did, unfortunately. Maid, there are 4 maids. Place, there are 2 of those. Branch, there's 1 of those. Entertainments. Nam, do you have one you want to do?
No.
No, there's 1 no. Good job. Group, there's 6 groups. Genus, there's 9 genies. Current, there's no currents. Latin, there's 1 Latin. Country, you may have done that already. There's 1 country, good job. Chrysanthemum, if you are correct on this, I will ban you, just so you know. Chrysanthemum, all right, you're good. Or I spelled it wrong, your choice. Lizard, there are no lizards. Animal, there are 14 animals. We're going with pigeon, there are no pigeons. How about fruits? There are no fruits. Lizard, there's no lizard, unfortunately. River, there are no rivers. Nam says plant, there's no plant, unfortunately. England, there's none of those. Country, we did this. Wait, I've now done country 4 times. Noms, don't let me do country again. I can't think about these things while also typing. Mushroom, there's no mushroom today. How about evolution? There's 1 evolution. Family, there are 4 families. Well done. How about tree? None of those. How about characteristic? There's 2 of those. How about tree? We did that a bit ago. How about origin? There are 3 origins. Star, but none. Bird, 7. Good job. Noms.
Country.
Country, nope, we're not doing country again. Noms, you're the worst kid ever. Oh, how Noms cackles with a desire to see country. No, no, shame on you. How about fish? No fish. Imagine everyone laughing. They just don't want to burn their guesses on the laughter, but everyone loves Noms for sure. For fish, we have a human. There are 49 humans. Good job. So humans and birds apparently are united by something. The monkey, there are no monkeys. Murder is no murder. Kingdom, there's 1 kingdom. I think we did evolution a moment ago. We have mammal then. There are 2 mammals, so mammals and birds both. We love that. How about liver live? There's 1 of those. America. There is no double-spelled America. There's 1 America indeed. The correct spelling of pigeon, there's none of those. Animal, we did that earlier. Evolved, it's actually a new word. I like that. Bacteria, none of those. Reside, none of those. Parasite, none of those. Fur, no fur. How about flu? 1 flu. Worm, no worms. Hand, no hands. Virus, 73 viruses. Big guess, good guess. We're looking for viruses today, apparently. How about waterfowl? Waterfowl. None of those. How about warm? Welcome to the channel. One warm today, good job. How about bird flu? All one word, unfortunately not. How about species? I think we did before. We did. How about bones? None of those. Avian, 6 of those. How about molecule? 5 of those, good job. Madagascar, none of those. Influenza, 1 of those. Infect, 22 of those. Air, none of those. Norovirus, none of those.
Spell Noro, I thought.
Noro. I always try to fix people's spelling, but occasionally I miss it. Rabies, no rabies. Flightless. Is it a flightless bird? Unfortunately not. How about gram? There are no grams. How about germ? There are no germs. More. There are 19 mores. Good job, Marks. Influenza. None of those. Read the first sentence. We're never going to get this. Blank are a group of blank blank viruses that blank blank in mammals and birds. All right. It does sound very difficult without any biologist in the channel today, and our standard entomologist is not here so far, unfortunately. So after 22 more guesses, y'all are allowed to cheat. We'll keep on for 22 guesses and see if cheating can get it for us. We'll go with type then. There are 5 types. Endemic, there are none of those. In fact, we did care. There's 0 cares. Disease, there's 12 of those. We added a word to the first sentence. How about coronavirus? I've never heard that before. Coronavirus. We're never gonna get it. We're never gonna get it. Oh my goodness. Who is the hero for the 3rd time today? The 3rd time today. Noms, did you read it out?
Aristide Basvu!
Was that right? I'm never sure of pronunciation, but well done. Aristide Basvu. It's down here.
Yeah.
We don't say the C part?
I said it.
You did? Okay, I say it. Well done. Good job indeed, folks. Guessing your way through that. I appreciate it. Coronavirus are a group of related RNA viruses that cause diseases in mammals and birds. In humans and birds, they cause respiratory tract infections that can range from mild to lethal. Mild illnesses in humans include some cases of the common cold, which is also caused by other viruses, predominantly rhinoviruses, while more lethal varieties can cause SARS, MERS, and COVID-19, which is causing the ongoing pandemic. Is it continuing? I thought we'd stepped it down to endemic. Interesting. I wonder if it's actually the current wiki page. In cows and pigs, they cause diarrhea, while in mice, they cause hepatitis and encephalomyelitis. Myelitis? Anyway, good job, team. You got it. I'm just curious if it's still called a pandemic here. Or still called ongoing.
It just says COVID-19.
Yeah, it just says COVID-19 right now. So Redactyl must work with a frozen version of Wiki. Now that's a smart idea in some measure, because otherwise you're gonna get coronaviruses are my teacher is terrible, right? That kind of thing. Anyway, people. I mean, back in the day, I do recall people constantly changing the wikis to say either like profoundly offensive or confusing or silly things. I think now there are a bunch of wiki bots working in the background, and so if a major change is made, especially by an anonymous person, it's immediately changed back. But yeah, for a while there, you could do some really funny things with the old wiki. Did any of you ever do this? Any of you ever, we'll call it like wiki graffiti, wiki defacing, I guess. I've never done this. I've always been afraid of getting my IP banned and being made a fool of. So even back in like high school, I didn't do any of that. I've only ever made edits here involving my specialization and then also grammar things. It's called vandalism. Is that the word, vandalism? You snuck a naughty word of your wiki into your hometown. That's amazing. Hey, Spractal, good seeing you. What? Slivers says, oh, by the way, Resorty, that's me, Spracknell and I got married this afternoon.
Why is that the afternoon?
Well, I believe that Slivers meant to say afternoon, but just said after.
Oh, okay.
We correct the chatters. What on earth are you talking about? Congratulations, Slivers.
Wait, you got married?
Well, no.
Resorty, Sparkle, and I got married.
Yes, we're in a polygamous marriage now. Bigamy happening everywhere. But no, I mean, awesome. So 2 of our chat friends who are here so regularly got married. Spracknell, Slivers, congratulations. That's really awesome. I know you've been together for a while now, and you got lots of board gaming together. So congratulations. That's amazing. Chaucer, don't be weird. That's absolutely amazing, folks.
But they did decide to spend time with us after they got married.
This is the best way. Congratulations, chat. That's right. Chat, you did it. Chat, you made a marriage. Obviously, our channel contributes to the happiness of the happy couple.
Okay, I was like, I think they were together before.
Oh, no. I'm taking entirely responsibility for their being together. Maybe there was a day when they were both feeling a little sad and they hung out on the Resorty channel and enjoyed themselves and then turned and said, this is such a nice moment. You, me, Resorty. We should make a happy family. You, me, Resorty. It's perfect.
I mean,
we did this.
That's what Slivers wrote. Resorty, Sparkle, and I got married.
Yeah, it's true. If Resorty didn't stream, they'd never meet. They met without the stream. We've never actually made a real love match here. There have been a couple of couples that formed in the channel, but none of them entirely worked out. So we don't discuss them.
Oh,
but
really? That's too
yeah, there are 3 that I know of, which is nice. It's nice we bring people together, but it's all right.
I mean, isn't it sad that we only say that it works out when one person is dead?
Thanks, Noms.
That's not me, that's Dan Savage.
That's lovely. Your buddy Dan Savage, always with the true wisdom. Yeah, I think the reason I want to say they didn't work out is because in all cases, at least one person left the community afterwards.
Oh, I mean, it didn't work out for you.
It didn't work out for me. That's right. The subscription numbers went down. That's how it went. Friends, I pulled up the game for a brief moment. I do want to play the game, but more importantly, there's some other game we need to play. And that game is
for Warhammer.
I mean, I think anyone who's still holding it out, believe they're getting gaming, is here for the Resorty and Nom show, is not here for
I touched my keyboard and it lit up again.
Great, thank you. Friends, the question is, maybe we get ourselves from coronaviruses to philosophy.
Well, I was thinking my keyboard was also celebrating the marriage of Slivers and Sprackle. And that's why it lit up. Woo!
Cool. All right, here we go. How many clicks is it going to take, and do we get stuck in mathematics before we get to our friend philosophy? RNA viruses to infectious agents to biology. To life, I think we're good now, to matter, to physics. Physics goes to physics, goes to science, goes to systematic, goes to empirical to evidence. If you went to ideal, you get to philosophy, or to math rather. Propositions are part of the this is new. Proposed since December 2024. They want to put it into statement logic. I think I've made this claim on stream also. There needs to be a distinction of mathematical and logical statements, but in this case of evidence, it's philosophical, not mathematical. If this gets pushed up in the direction of mathematical statement first, mathematical propositions first, then is going to lead to a mathematics ending instead of philosophy ending. That's terrible.
Maybe a mathematician has proposed.
We think that the Mathematicians Guild are always ruining our game. Philosophy of language to communication, to information, to abstract concept, to rules, to logic, to reasoning. Reasoning is mental. Gives us mental gives us thinking gives us cognitive, to actions, to philosophy. Woo! Every page on Wikipedia should lead to philosophy. That's my claim. That was somewhat more than 5 clicks, unfortunately. But good game, well played. Should we try some other page? We should not. We should not. We should push this button. We should push this button. We should push... It's time to play Warhammer. My friends, I apologize. I shouldn't apologize, right? We're going to do this every day, no matter what we do. We're going to have every day as being too much opening blather. It's true. People in the community have said, Resorty, the opening blather section become truly excessive. It used to be about 10 minutes of, hey folks, how's it going? This is what happened in class today. And now it's become just endlessly blah, blah, blah.
This is what happened to Dan Savage's podcast.
Dan Savage's podcast used to be...
him answering questions that people sent in. Now there's so much of Dan Savage tells us what Dan Savage thinks. I was going to ask if that was China. That was so pretty.
Was that China? I don't know. This is the Warhammer universe, so probably not China.
Do you have a race that is based on like the Chinese empires, the ancient Chinese empires?
Yes, they're merchant people. They're called Grand Cathay, I believe.
Oh.
And yeah.
Do they look like cats?
I believe they're human people who... they might look like folks from the Journey to the... whatever direction it is
West?
book. Yeah, Journey to the West book. And so people like long spears and so on.
Oh, I was thinking it'd be great if they're called Grand Cathay and they look like cats.
So you get Grand Cathay.
Yeah.
That's pretty clever.
That'd be nice,
That's
right?
pretty clever. Noms, would you mind handing me a jacket? Any jacket of your choice, except the one that will not go at all with this tie. The Virginia Tech tie all the way.
Sure, you get to look like you work for the football.
Does this go with this?
No.
No, it does not. Are you doing this to me really, Noms?
No, I didn't.
It's okay.
I didn't mean to.
Noms made a choice. Welcome, friends, to the offense of your sensibility for the
I was thinking
remainder.
you could look like a football coach.
I am now a football coach.
Can you say football in the James Earl Jones voice?
Football. Football. There you go, team. All right, Noms, it was good seeing you today. Good luck carrying your keyboard upstairs. I appreciate you a whole bunch.
It might take 2 hours.
We'll see you later, sweetie. All right. So, folks, we are actually playing a video game on stream right now. Noms waves goodbye. Noms enjoyed time with you today, I'm sure. And the intro needs to get smaller. Absolutely has to. Don't chase Noms away. No, I need to play video games. Friends, yesterday we did what? Right. Yesterday we had a big old WHIII, our first WHIII ever, and managed to take over the dwarven lands in the north. How great is that? As that was completed, though, we were attacked by rat people in the south. We've driven the rat people back a little bit. We've taken no new territory from them, but we recognize we have a bit of a problem. Because right now on the old diplomacy page, we are number one. We are the greatest of all of the races in terms of faction strength. This is only because we have a bunch of WHIII armies. At some point very, very, very soon, Clan Moors, which is strength of 52, is going to be getting over top of us, I believe, which is at the end of this turn. So in this turn, which has just begun, I need to do some real work, because then it's all over. So Rockjaw Dwarf Crusher here is able to reach Karak Azul. This would be taking back a territory that we held at the beginning of the war. We held this and Badeep, that's all. I'd love to take Black Arm 9 back, but probably not going to happen. Over here, we see that Gorbad is holding onto a territory, a little Valley Sorrow rather. The character here is merely a hero, so we can move out probably, but I don't see us getting to any other territory anytime soon. In the far west, we managed to have Cappy Gabo slow Brahm's movement, so Skarsnik's mighty army of goblin people can catch up and fight him. Only problem is, it's tremendous amounts of chaos over here, tremendous amounts of corruption, and so we're losing a huge amount of characters via attrition every turn. We will still win this fight, maybe even auto-resolving it. There's so few folks. With this group being destroyed, there's a slight possibility we can continue the war for one more turn because one of their major armies will be wiped out. they have at least one other major army led by their ruler somewhere in here. I suspect they're in an ambush position right here, and so I'd like to have Rockdraw Dwarf Krusha, if possible, go under the mountain to Karak Azul. Can you not attack from under the mountain? Battle initiation disabled, unfortunately. So we can move in and then just sort of sit there. And that's too bad. That's too bad. If we just do normal movement, we can get to here. We can't get to Black Iron Mine, can we? So my goal was to take territory and then end the turn with diplomacy before our WHIII fell off. I need more movement speed on all of my characters if possible. Well, let's start with Gorbad's team leveling up. Good friend, the Shaman levels up here, level 13 now. What should you be? Do you have a way of speeding up the army you're in? More control. We can take technology more quickly. Chance of wounding enemies. We don't allow the enemy to replenish, or cheaper hero actions. Yeah, of these, the control bonus seems like a useful one, or we can take more magic spells in the tier 1 or 2. Here we go. What's Here We Go do? Here We Go leads greater melee attack on all units nearby. As the Shaman chants, he leaks fighty energy, boosting the fierceness and prowess of friendly units nearby. Who needs a rain dance when you have a melee dance? Can't even imagine. Let me gather around, boys. Let me say the word. This word is going to be fight with your S word. That's sword. That was the worst song ever. That seems very strong, obviously. Foot of Gork. What's the Foot of Gork do? A huge explosion against many, many enemies. The shaman implores the sky with wild gesticulations. The almighty green foot of the orc god descends to crush the foe. Then Earthing, which lowers chance of miscast, and magic reserves, you get more magic, more good. So as we're getting more and more spells, we do need to start to care a little bit about our magical reserves, something we've largely ignored thus far. Or you can do one of the boys, giving he himself a greater amount of personal fighting. He is a melee fighter with 4,000 health. It's not great. We're going to take the Here We Go to strengthen the people near him. He can increase their melee even by standing behind the lines. And that seems pretty darn cool. We have various upgrades. They don't help us too much right now. I think what I'm going to do, this might be really, really stupid. I'm going to take the easy fight to the west first. I'm then going to attempt to get ambushed, maybe. Or is there a stance that smells out ambushes more easily? Ambush defense chance plus 75. You can't start battles in that stance, unfortunately. But, yeah. I think we're going to do raiding camp and move to the middle here. If we find the enemy, we can then change our stance and attack them. Trying to be ambushed is probably very, very stupid while fighting in Skaven, but who knows? I just want to fight. Anyway, for the moment, this seems very, very strong. Cappy Gobo, are you able to attack here again? You can. Let's go ahead and try to assassinate one of their characters. 40% chance of pulling it off. A failure. Well, good try anyway. Hey, consequently get the burrito. Oh, is that the mnemonic for the countries to the east of Liberia? Consequently, get the burrito. I love that so much. I think Timor is the T, maybe, and then Burkina Faso, possibly. Anyway, thank you for the $5 contribution. If you want a different Warhammer 3 map, try the Old World campaign. It has 1,295 settlements instead of the 554 in Immortal Empires. That is such a big map. Have any of the rest of you tried the Old World campaign? I know there's so many different like full game mods for all the games we play, from Hearts of Iron to this game to CK3 to all the rest. I haven't played any of them. I know next time we play Hearts of Iron is going to be endless resorty. Why aren't you playing Kaiserreich? But I just don't know. Anyway, a quick battle, surely an auto-resolve. He runs away. We can keep chasing. With running away, he can never again retreat. We're taking so much attrition, but yes, indeed, an auto-resolve with no one dying. Cool. You play all the games, or I play all the games at the same time. I have 3 monitors. That could mean 3 games simultaneously. We're building up scrap right now to give to the army that might get ambushed. We'll see how that goes. Also, I didn't use a banner. You fool. You absolute fool. Oh, no. This banner is auto-assigned? No, the banner must be assigned to Skarsnik, I believe. Well, we'll figure that out next battle, I guess. No, I misunderstood. Sorry. It has to be on Skarsnik's inventory, but the banner can be assigned to any goblin unit, where it gives more melee, more fear, more unbreakable. Should probably go on like the largest goblin group we have, like a goblin rat or something. It can't go into my spider, unfortunately, nor the trolls. This group right here got the most kills. These sneaky, nasty skulkers. Look at them right now. Yeah, I am thinking in the summer when I don't teach this year, next year, that I might do longer streams. That said, I really want to do YouTube videos. I have the script of a YouTube video half written right now. I'm looking forward to putting it together. It's not anything that'd be like mind-blowing, but I think it's interesting enough to me to actually work on it. So we'll see. Hopefully next week I have more updates on that, but I know I've often said a YouTube video is coming soon that I've not been able to pull it off. Anyway, we can get some experience points, we can get some replenishment, or we can get some monies. I will take the experience points. I thank you very much. Assured assailant. So Skarsnik got some offensive battles, got bonus to leadership when attacking. We've actually had very few defensive battles in this playthrough. Greenskins smash over and over again. Headsman also. To free an enemy is a fatal mistake. Better to free them of their head. We executed captive after battle multiple times. Clearly the case we're a monster. And Scalp Ache Flesh Cutter has perished for now, as has Cyprus, as has Brahm. We got some fancy armor, +3/+5. Skaven Denial. Previously, Skarsnik did not believe in the existence of the Ratmen, but now he's pretty sure they do indeed exist. And Pit Boss 2, causing more casualties against the enemy, I believe, each time. Lots of cool items and some leveling up. The Western Front is going very, very well. We'll see if the Eastern Front can do just the same or not so much. Alright, Skarsnik has been working on his special line so far. He can get underbosses, steal experience points earned by other lords. Wait. So other lords in our empire give their experience points to this guy. It seems like rats stealing things, unfortunately. Smart Hide-In moves faster in battle, also can hide in any terrain on the battlefield. We love that. Cough him up. A better chance of getting magical items. Absolutely. I'll always take the item thing. Not sure it's the right way to go, but yes, indeed, always. Friends, an ad break is coming in about 1 minute. Today I will not be playing crossword because the game lags it too much, but we will indeed just be working on inventories. I will not attack anyone until the ad break ends. At this point, if you got any questions about anything you want me to think about or talk about, happy to do so. We did get this new armor here, the Enchanted Shield. Let's check and see if our meleeers have armor already. They do indeed have some armor at least. Now we also have this Forbidden Rod. Sure! Randomly assigning items for right now. At some point we might want to start combining some of these, but maybe not. You watched the Hokkaido recap, good content. Hey, Flying Unagi, thank you. Yeah, at the start of the week, we did a recap of our week or so up in Hokkaido, the northern island of Japan. We really enjoyed sharing pictures from it and showing you different stuff. I never know how much people enjoy that kind of content, where it's just like pure story time. But it was an okay stream, at least for me. Another tech to do, we finished picking up something. Gorkin Mork, right? Believe in the gods now. So we go war bossing now. Heroes are cheaper to recruit. That seems great. Dellerfin, thank you for the resubscription also. 48 months. The months keep going by. Pretty soon it'll be 7 by 7. That's 49. That's as high as I know how to multiply. After that gets all very questionable. What's the best faction in this game and why is it the orcs? Do you really like playing the orcs the most? I'm not sure if I do. Like, it's fun. I'm loving to play the game. But they do feel kind of repetitive in their play style. IMO. That may not be fair, but I'm not sure. This pit boss, more casualties. Don't mind putting them wherever, I guess. At some point, I'll think more about where to place the various ancillaries, but for the moment, they seem fine. Skarsnik has the ability now to lower its control. I thought it was lower corruption. We gotta get rid of the corruption here somehow, but I have no idea how to do that. Those of you who play this game at all, what are the particular starts that you like most of all? Are there any that really stand out as being especially important and interesting, or is it instead they all have their own benefits? If we go underground here, with Gorbad's main army, where can we get to? Yeah, only to the same distance it looks like. If we quick march, we can get farther, but doesn't make much sense. This is a case where I'm going to move with the possibility of being ambushed. I don't think I will be. We're good. Because of that, I'm not going to upgrade his troops at all. Rockjaw might get ambushed also, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade his troops. Notably the Region of Renown. I'm going to give them more armor, more speed. I'm also going to give some shields out to my most honorable groups. Hello to you. Rank 2, that's no good. Rank 3, no good. What do the archers do? We don't know how to upgrade archers yet, unfortunately. Who else? Yeah, I think all we have left is just basic shields, unfortunately. So, group number 1. I don't know who you are. You get some shields, that's fine. I want to get some names out at some point. I keep saying I want to give names out, but haven't done it yet. If we move under the ground, we can go farther. We can't attack, though. Going underground gives 25% chance of ambush defense. Raiding is 75%. We're going to raiding in my own territory, though, is really, really bad. It's not my territory. It's rat territory. Let's go. Let's go. We did not find an ambush, unfortunately. So the question now is, do we continue this war? Oh, here's the leader. Isn't Queek the leader of this faction? Yes, indeed. They will take peace right now. We're going to be dropping our WHIII at the end of this turn. Now, dropping our WHIII, I believe allows us to recruit one new kind of unit for our trophy. So they don't have WHIII armies. I don't see any of those ridiculous rattling guns yet. I think last time we fought against rats as non-armored units, the rattling guns just destroyed. Horrible. But I don't see them yet. So I think I feel strong enough to fight this group. Now, where the rest are, I do not know. The war will continue. The war is continuing. Here comes more war. All right. Because we just finished upgrading, the Black Crag. Once the proud hold of Karak draws, it's now mine, mine, mine. Okay. We can upgrade things here, including money coming in, or boar pens. I want, though, to build the giant thing. I already built the giant thing, so we can build the spider riders, including fancier spiders, though not the lava kind. Or this line goes to Doom Diver catapults. I believe I've been told this is goblins being thrown forward instead of normal artillery. We can't get the highest level yet. I mean, just basic recruitment in our capital wouldn't be terrible, would it? We can make defenses of various sorts. Or we can build another econ building. That would be either the boss's tent for more control, or the shaman's hut for shamans. I think just basic recruiting makes some sense. In case we lose everything else, at least we'll have this territory. This ends up with black orcs. Sure, let's do that one. Okay, with that we spent all the money for now. Iron Rock can upgrade also. What does Iron Rock need? More growth, sure. It is time for us to go and hope we do not have a horrible experience for our armies dropping down to half size or so.
You're too funny to match your head in.
Okay, so as we lose our Wog troops, Scrag the Slaughterer. Actually, surprisingly, we still have our Wog troops, but Scrag the Slaughterer, a mighty ogre ruler, decides to come and eat us. They're currently fighting against the one remaining dwarf faction of which we know. This could be bad. We'll see. That's in the northwest. This keeps happening where our borders are getting stretched, and so not being able to keep armies in all directions. We're not able to fight a two-front war right now, two-front wars. We need just the one at a time. So piecing out against the rat people might now make sense. A plague has been spread in my capital. Queek moves forward. Queek goes into Sumpit. Shab is a full army also, including Warpfire Throwers. Those are the ones I'm very scared of. So if we attack Shab here, they'll get the reinforcement of Sumpit, and that'll be then two full armies and a garrison. We know, though, they've abandoned Karak Azul and the other territory to the north. So maybe we can grab two territories and then call it a day. Glorious Wog has ended. My first one ever. You've successfully completed the Call to Wog and attained your trophy. The mobs have dispersed for now. Start building your reputation towards the next Call to Wog. You know what? Because you get Wog points on the world map for having fights at all, I probably should have avoided the big fight last turn. Tried to keep the enemy locked down and then attacked them this turn when we had opportunity to get reputation points. That's a high-level strategy I'm not sure about. There are 4 ways we can go here. Number 1, we hit the jackpot. This is it, boys. We smashed them proper and now we treasure is ours. 5,000 money and 400 scrap. So of this, what appeals is the scrap, honestly. The Squig Tide. The mounds of dead have attached throngs of ravenous squigs. Those nasty buggers can be useful in the right circumstances. So a bunch of super squigs. I've not seen those before. They're explosive, exploding beasts. I believe the most fun I've ever had in this game is trying to run the exploding zombies into the enemy lines. That could be really, really fun. Spidery Doom! Giant arachnids crawl from numerous holes in the wake of wholesale destruction. Goblins in particular seem to have a way with them. So 3 really good archers. They can skirmish effectively, or one bloodthirsty beast. A feral monster follows wherever orcs wreak havoc and ruin. With enough applied violence, some be tamed to serve the tribe. It's like that one mission in Skyrim where the Nords have managed to capture a dragon and you gotta fly it somewhere. What a strange game Skyrim is. I know it's one that some people are still playing. There was that one absolutely wonderful YouTuber named Gaming Granny, I think. And she would play Skyrim every single day and go on adventures of her own creation to go find beautiful places and find interesting loot and all the rest. And I believe she's now unwell, too old to make videos anymore. But I love that. I love when there's a game that catches someone so fully that they're able to keep on playing it. But yeah, she was a really good YouTuber in that she was just honest, right? She approached the game as, I just want to share with you my adventures. I want to connect with people. And she didn't go into it saying, yum, 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 give me money. Right? She didn't go into it saying, I want to be an influencer and convince people to wear ties and jackets. All she did was say, like, I want to share with you. And I think for me, that's the kind of attitude I'd like to have as much as possible. Like, I'm having a fun time. Let me share it with you also. A giant monster would be amazing. What does scaly skin mean in this context? Helps dampen or deflect damage caused by missile weapons, so it's less likely it can be shot down. So I'm between the jackpot and the bloodthirsty beast. I want them all. I'm sure that the best gamers out there know exactly which one's the right one to take. It probably does depend on what we're doing. I need to strengthen my armies if we're fighting. I'm wondering if the feral wyvern, I believe, spawns in the north at the capital we just took. If so, I could use it as part of my defense against the ogre folks who are coming. Ogres are large, I believe. I don't know what that means in this context. Maybe they have larger hitboxes for the archers. But no, let's take a monster of our own. We are now the greatest warlord. There ain't no better warrior and no better warbus than me. Tactic unlocked. Okay, the Jade Custodians are dead. A plague is happening in Valia's Sorrow. A confederation of two dwarf kinds continue. A possible rebellion in the Western Badlands. What happened there? Negative 93 control. That seems pretty bad. And Skarsnik dropped a tactic, that's fine. Nordland is where the ancient and powerful crown is. What a mess of things happening one after another. That said, we got ourselves a trophy. That trophy allows cheaper construction and more weapon strength on absolutely everyone. The ruin left by the Wog has gone down as another entry in the Stunties Grudge Book. Like I said, I wonder how they got that Grudge Book, given that we defeated their king. Maybe they have multiple copies here and there. So you don't immediately get the Wyvern, you have to recruit it instead. Fine. So in the West, we do not see, is this true? Yes, in the West, we do not see any of the ogre attackers. They'll almost certainly come this direction. I don't have an army anywhere near there. The Skarsnik's army could pivot up. That said, this area is really, really close to rebellion. So taking their money is -4. Chaos Undivided is -10. Level of control is only 8. So, how do I improve their level of control? Does repairing this mine help? It gives growth and less corruption. Okay. So repairing would not help right now. That's unfortunate. I don't have enough money to do the repairing here anyway. Now, if Skarsnik joins here, does that help with control at all? His big list of stats over here. Hey, Lennox. Hey, Cliche. Hey, everybody. Good seeing you today. Hope things are good for you. Okay. Is there anything here? What is this? Gorbad's gone, but not forgotten. He's earned a place beside the mighty Gork and Mork in the shaman's tales and around the campfire. He defeated Gorbad Ironclaw. Aren't we Gorbad Ironclaw? Wait, Gone Bad. Gone Bad, I don't know. Have I said hi to the YouTubers yet? Yes, hello YouTube, good seeing you. It is the case that one person came in early and asked a question about Warhammer while we were in the middle of opening story time. I bet that person's left us, but hello YouTube! Hope you're all doing well over there. Twitch chat says hello. Sally, what's up, my friend? All good. Are Gorbad and Gone Bad... I think Gone Bad's a joke about Gorbad's name. Anyway, it gets a bonus for that. Anything help with control? So +2 control in a settlement? No, a province, actually. -3 in enemy ones. Okay, so his only bonus to control is this +2. Do you have an item that would help with control? I think ancillaries might. These lower corruption. Control of +1 where you are. I'm going to steal that. So he's now at what, +4, I believe? Something like that. I think that's all we can do. I don't believe magic items help with control. They're only for battle, I believe. Wait, I lied. +3 control. Is that the same one that's listed here? It's not. So he's getting, what, +7 now. Any enchanted items we could use for this? Potion of healing, no. All we have. Okay. So are you showing all of those negations right now? Characters +6. So only -15 now. It really is the corruption thing, unfortunately. Cappy Gobo can level up. Do you have any levels up that would help with control? Cleansing corruption sounds pretty good, if I figure out how to do that. Other than that, no help here. You take that. May I cleanse corruption in a city, or... Team, how does one cleanse corruption on a walking care of this? Oh, he's doing it just by walking around. He's doing it by standing there. Fantastic. Good to good. Sally, you had a nap? Oh, fantastic. Your cat didn't like that. That's how it goes. Actually, it's not true for me. Recently, Cat Fritz, my beloved cat, when I go and take a nap, he immediately cuddles up next to me and gets cranky until I put my arm around him, which is really quite sweet. So he wants to sleep cuddled up inside of my arm. I usually take like a 30-minute nap or so, and he's very happy to be there. I can't take pictures, unfortunately, but I think it's a lovely little thing, don't you know? And he does not do that when I'm sleeping next to my wife, unfortunately. It's only when I'm by myself. I'm not sure what to do here. I think we should continue moving north. Allow the... Yeah, allow the rebellion come beat it up after our current fights. Now, I'm curious, before we attack anybody, will you all still allow peace? They will still allow peace. Okay. I know that if we attack down here, Shab and the Queen are both there. So... in ordinary walking, I can attack the Black Iron Mine or Karak-Azul. Of the two, Karak-Azul is the capital. I suspect there's no one of note there. Skaven revealed. What? So allegedly a close victory, but on the left-hand side, no one's dying. So I will auto-resolve this one. Yes, indeed, no one died. Fantastic. Got an item called the Standard of Discipline. More leadership on one character. Got some money, got some experience points, and took back a territory. We've also discovered there were indeed rats living there. New standard. So I believe each of our main armies now has one flag. Perhaps. The question's gonna be, the real question's gonna be, can Rockjaw protect against 2 full rat armies? Now the Northern Rat army has only 1 Warpfire Thrower, a bunch of slaves, and then a small number of clan rats. I believe that we can win this. Speaking of Cat Fritz, he just walked in and is now cuddling against my legs. He might use the bed down here. I'm gonna ignore him and see if he sleeps underneath the chat desk here. And if so, I will once again say, man, I wish we had a cat cam. In preparation for possible fighting here, we need to level up our commander and his first mate. Anything new to use here? New ancillary, just the standard, that's fine. Who is in your army? A bunch of orcs, couple goblins, 1 big artillery. So kind of balanced army between orcs and goblins, the more orcs overall. So I kind of want to buff the orc boys again. He only has 4,000 health at 5,000 at base. His health is just kind of low in some sense. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do here. He could personally dodge more, or get more missile resistance by dodging. Yeah, I think something that helps our army stay on its feet longer is best. And then Phil is the one who actually goes and fights. Though he has less health than the ruler, I'm sending him in to fight constantly. Spread control be so useful in the other place. Let's get back here. The boss ain't ready to run, and so expects the boys to stay put too. As a leadership bonus in one area if you cast it, as a way of keeping the smaller units fully engaged. I'm not going to take that for fear of not using it. I'm just going to give him a better chance of hitting. Up to 81 melee attack. He'll hit more often than he'll miss. Yeah, I think we just stay in the city and hope for the best. Karak-Azul is only 1 building built. I think we just build the growth building and hope for the best. Because, yeah, nothing else will give us garrison right now. So, here comes growth. Please don't die. We'll decide in a moment of, are we going to end the war here? It's partially based on what my king can do. My king, I shouldn't call him a king, unfortunately, can get here to Dringo Rakaz. We don't know with certainty that this belongs to the same faction. Here's an interesting question. How many settlements do Clan Skaven hold? Bring me rat people. They hold 7 settlements. Cat. So we know with certainty 1. Probably 2 there. 3 most likely. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I don't know. I believe I saw a member of Clan Rictus in this area at one time. Now, if I go look here, I don't have to attack, I believe.
Find me a scrap.
Please be... Yes, it is. Decisive victory for sure. Good. More heroes for scouting, more good. You're absolutely right. Okay. We could burn it down. We'll just occupy it again. We get the backstabber. Don't like some gift, then send in a backstabber. They like nasty skulkers, but even meaner. Ranked after winning 4 more offensive battles and starting a war. Higher chance of getting some items. Very cool. Also a Gobbo Rancer. Lowers corruption in a province. We're going to move this over. Greenskins don't have clergy in the normal sense, but some Gobbos like to preach the will of the gods. Rank of a place with high corruption. Brainy Boy got the same. We found more Clan Moors, got another piece of armor, and a new ability called Block and Smash. We gotta look at our new tactics presently. Alright, Skarsnik, I'm gonna give you these ancillaries that help us have better control. Oh, sorry, it's lower corruption. Did someone else have a control bonus? No, I think it was only corruption removal, unfortunately. Get rid of you. Add the other Ranta in. Oh, Ranta's uniques. Okay, you only have one Ranta, unfortunately. Okay, Idle Kava we already have. That gives control. I think that's that, unfortunately. Okay, new items. We have an enchanted shield armor not really being used. I'm going to put 2 of those together and see if we get something better. Let's see, a green level sword, the Sword of Strife. Better melee attack, better weapon strength. So we'll go ahead and check out our various meleeers and see. You have the Ogre Blade plus 18% weapon strength. Sword of Strife is plus 5% and better chance of hitting. We don't mind that too much. We have the Sword of Swift Slaying here. Better melee attack, better armor piercing. I'm going to go ahead and do it to the better melee attack and better weapon damage overall. Which means we now have an unused gray melee attack bonus. Anyone not using a weapon? You are useless, but enjoy it anyway. I shouldn't say you are useless. I meant you are not using a weapon. This current weapon is useless, but it's yours anyway. That said, you are useless. A beloved Gorbad is leveled up again. So he's unlocked his special line now. If we want to go that way. Boys to the front. You stand there and smash anything that comes close. Got it? A melee attack and defense and weapon strength to all armies faction-wide who are melee infantry. Holy cow. Shoot us to the back. Don't charge in yet. Shoot them with the arrows and rocks to the mostly dead, yeah? So this is only in the Lord's army. Most notably, anything above rank 7 has ability to dig in. We saw dig in on that starting engineer in the Dwarf King's army. What doth it do? Better range, more missile resistance. Amazing. It takes 25 seconds to go. So they're not moving for 25 seconds, they dig in. Oh, love it. All right, riders on the flanks. A bonus to riders. I'll lead the charge. The possibility of a glorious charge gives 2 things. Glorious charge doubles the charge bonuses and the leadership pound of the enemy. And the great leader. Everyone nearby passively gets more melee defense and melee attack. So Gorbad definitely goes onto the front. I'm going to go and use the one that benefits everyone in the entire faction first. Our caster then, we're going to give our caster the possibility of speeding folks up, I believe. Better melee attack, rather. Sorry. Okay, that's done for now. Got a new sword. Cool. So, we've taken more land here. We could continue doing so, because I believe the Sump Pit is the only place that has enemy armies hanging out in it. We have 4 more turns until one of their lords respawns. That said, we're being attacked from up here at some point. I want to do diplomacy. They really want the war to continue. What they want, I don't know. But I think it's sensible to move more armies this way, if possible. To do that, we need to end this war. How close are we to holding this province? We need both the Sump Pit and the Black Iron Mine. The same down here, we hold only one of the 3. So not great pickups, frankly. I think I'm going to peace out. And the real reason for that is I don't know that Rockjaw can hold off 2 armies. Especially the Heroic Lord's armies. So we're going to say no to this right now, despite my deep, deep, deep desire to say yes. It can't be Gobo. I need you to go ahead and start scouting into the land of the ogres. Thank you. He's still in this zone, though, to lower corruption. Is it going to be any better? Okay. So control is only going down by 5 this turn, which means they have 2 turns until the rebellion. It's gonna go to -4 next turn. 5 plus 4 is 9, so indeed it will go over. Unfortunate. Now I do wonder at what point the Chaos Undivided will drop off. It can't just be there forever. If I stop collecting income, it's a very small amount. That'll help too. Only dropping by 1. We're fixing the control. My friends, the western coast will not break off, maybe. The game may have an anti-player bias where random people declare war on us at times. Okay, interesting. But they may not come for us anytime soon. Alright, we'll see what happens there. I should peace out, but I'm not going to. I think with 28 scrap, we can't level anything up, correct? We can! We can! Wait, shields are that cheap? They're like 20, they're only 30. Hey! Hey! This orc boys! Little upgrade there. Alright, surely that one upgrade will keep us in good stead. Also, we unlocked 2 new upgrades recently. I want to look at them for the moment at least. The Greatest Warlord is a new one. Flat WHIII reputation gained every turn. Oh my goodness. Also, perfect vigor. Even performing the most fatiguing action, the unit never loses vigor. And a 10% chance of reducing all damage. Wait, I misunderstood ward save. I thought ward save was a chance to shrug off damage. Instead, it's a guarantee. A guarantee of removing 10% of damage taken. I didn't understand that mechanic. How cool is that? I mean, obviously, this is the most amazing plan we've had so far. We unlocked one other one. Regimental. More campaign movements. Less upkeep, less reduction. Okay. Okay. How will we choose all of them? But for now, we're going to drop off of the Spearman one and move instead to constant WOG gain, which will probably keep on cooldown for the rest of the playthrough. I'm a little sad I misunderstood how ward save worked. I've been using it a lot regardless, so it doesn't matter that much. But who knows? Hey, Cypher, good seeing you. Just quick check-in. Did you get my email? I'm not saying reply, etc. I just want to make sure it went through, because the computer I wrote it on stopped working entirely just after I sent it. I think it went through, but if you just make sure you have an email from me, I'd appreciate it. Okay, I've been greedy. Let's see what happens. Do we get destroyed? So the Maw people in the Northwest did not attack us. This is a good day.
I'm keeping me chopper in the hand. Might use it.
Queek asks for peace. 1,400 money and a peace treaty. Huh. This is advantageous, or even better than just piecing out. But I wonder that they're saying this means they believe I can destroy them. That this is the true moment of greed. This is the moment of, do I take everything they own and hope the northern enemies stay away? We are moving an army to the north to hold this area, hopefully. The climate in the region's uninhabitable for my faction. Oh, really? I didn't realize there were some areas that were not good for orc people. Should I take this seriously, team? Should I not be expanding into areas that are uninhabitable? I realize that everything belongs to the orcs, but still. I could trade this away. If I give them the fancy forest, I mean, not you, obviously. If I give them the fancy forest, I wonder what happens. Okay. So they offered... They offered peace, and now they will give us war. Some of you said, Resorty, you're being a little greedy. Some of you said, Resorty, are you sure you want to continue fighting them? Some of you were absolutely correct. Because this army is looking really, really, really weak, especially the settlement garrison. Now, I will tell you that this is going to be a map battle inside of a fortress. I think. I will tell you, this is going to be real bad. Well... here we go. Maybe we'll be victorious. We are playing at normal difficulty, so maybe we'll figure this one out, but I don't know, team. They had some regiments renowned in there. Some Eshin Triads, a Guanduao Infantry. Weeping Blade, what's that mean? Weeping Blades devour armor, very well. Have here another regiment of renown. They might be warp throwers. You believe, but good luck. Grokking Tim, thank you for believing. It's okay if you don't believe. Frankly, I do not believe going in. To the point that I might go get a coffee right quick to focus in on this one. I need to think very, very, very seriously about how to figure this one out. We do have one artillery. That will be very useful. But I'm just not sure how this one's going to go. So, hello. They're coming from all sides. Hello, Noms. How are you?
I'm good.
What have you brought here?
I made myself a pizza bagel.
You made yourself a pizza bagel.
Made myself a pizza bagel.
Why are you here with it?
Because I wanted company when I was eating my pizza bagel. Is that too much to ask?
I mean, eating on stream is always a little bit weird for me, but I hope you enjoy your pizza bagel on stream. I'll be setting up a battle. That said, as you may have heard on my way down, or on your way down, I'm planning to get a cup of coffee right quick. Because I don't want to fight this battle anytime
Without
soon.
any coffee?
Yeah, the coffee will help me focus. Hey, Fat and Winded, welcome back, my friend. Good to see you another time. It's always nice to have people stop by a couple times. Okay, so in
Wow, are you inside their special castle?
so this is a castle that the dwarves made, and I took over,
Oh gosh.
and now we're being attacked by rat people who want the dwarf cave.
Well, understandably, I would want the dwarf cave too.
It looks really cool.
Nice.
It is really cool.
Do your people fit in the dwarf cave?
I mean, we're outside inside of it. It looks okay so far. I don't know. It's a mess.
Is it of any use to you?
I mean,
Skin?
the greenskins can use it also. Slivers, thank you for the 100 bits and the giant Noms emote. Noms, I don't think you heard the good news.
What's the good news?
Slivers and Spracknel.
Oh yeah, I was here for that.
You were here for that? Okay, never
I was
mind.
here for that.
I don't know if Noms is here ever. Okay, I'm going to fill up my coffee, folks. I need to do that before I think hard on this one. The Lord is actually not well protected, and they don't have artillery here. Now, it's possible that the Lord has some sneaky armies with them. Ones I can't see. I'm considering rushing this group. Chat, I need you to put on your tactical hats with me. I believe the artillery is here. They have a catapult. They have one catapult unit. They're going to spend some time. A man named Heel Kick. Oh, look at this guy. Holy cow. Heel Kick, the melee specialist with drills for hands.
Wow.
That's absolutely insane. He's controlled by a rat man on top. The models of this game are just something else, aren't they? So cool, so cool. These are rattling guns. These will destroy my units. Luckily, they're over here. Okay. I need to go look at the reinforcements. The reinforcements are another full army, unfortunately.
Were those motes of fire?
We are underground. I think it's just
lava.
It's a lake of lava, indeed. Fascinating. What's the Slivers good news? Slivers and Spracknel, two of our beloved chatters, got married, surprise, this afternoon. And so I'm pretty excited to know our community keeps bringing people together. It's all very good.
Does this mean that... Oh wait, am I on the wrong day? I was going to say, does this mean that their anniversary is Christmas?
Oh.
Is that right? Or is it the day after Christmas?
I think it's the day after Christmas, but it's hard to tell. Okay, team, running FK real quick, getting some coffee. Noms, are you going to stay and talk, or are you going to follow me upstairs, or...
I can stay and talk.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Noms, would you like to have this screen, or do you want big screen for a moment while I'm gone?
This screen is fine.
Okay, in that case, the one thing I would ask is please don't chomp it directly in the microphone.
Okay.
Unless people ask you to do so. It's pretty weird. But the reason for that is just it's very displeasing to some people to listen to.
Yeah.
And I want people to still be here when we get back
Yeah.
for our fight. So,
Could you do me the favor of bringing down some Tabasco?
is this really becoming a Noms eating stream?
No.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Let's keep an eye on the Rat Lord while we are AFK. I'll bring you some Tabasco so you can eat on my stream. That's what it is.
This is the Rat Lord?
Yep, there he is doing his sneaky thing.
You would think that you would have more armor. Or
I think
something.
he's a caster of some sort. Queek Head Taker. Oh no, actually like a melee specialist, like a rogue type, I believe, who He's going to sneak up and stab you.
He's confident and fresh.
He is confident and fresh. I think they're all confident and fresh right now, but I must return with coffee in hand. Enjoy Noms hanging out, and we'll be back in a few minutes with the actual factual game. Noms, thank you.
Fritz is going to be so delighted to see you.
I'm sure.
Hello. Here we are. So he asked me not to chomp directly into the microphone. He didn't say, please don't ruin my game. Story time. I don't know what, I don't know if I have any stories here. I did go upstairs and I took a look at the Lego Dungeons and Dragons set on my own because I feel we didn't spend sufficient time on it earlier to really look at it. So I went and looked at it on my own on the website, and I watched their video of it, and indeed it is quite a bit smaller than I was thinking it would be. It kind of surprised me. I thought, for that amount of money. And then I saw that they had a Rivendell one, and I thought that would be bigger for the amount of money they're charging for that. Although maybe they have to pay the Tolkien the Tolkien estate, and maybe they have to pay Peter Jackson or Warner Brothers or whatever too. So maybe that's why that one's expensive. No, I'm not gonna drop 62k yen on it because I don't know. I mean, it's. Yeah, I also don't play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm sure that some of our colleagues who are into D&D probably would. Let's see, what kind of pizza bagel toppings? So this is a bagel that is pizza flavored. So I think they took a plain bagel and then they slathered tomato sauce over it and cheese. I guess, like, put some random pieces of cheese on it. It's probably Asiago anyway. But then I sliced it in half, and then I put margarine on both halves. And then I put some, what did they call it? Spicy herb mix on both sides, which usually comes with our pizza. And some red pepper, some crushed red peppers, which also usually come in a little spice mix with our pizza. And I put a little bit of that on top of that. And then I put some shredded cheese on top of that. And then I put some sliced cheese on top of that. And I put that all on the fish grill. And I let that melt down for a little bit. And that is what I have now, except I think it could use a little kick of Tabasco to make it really delicious. Yeah. Do I think bagza is better than cheese? Bagel pizza is better than cheesa? What's cheesa? Is that like pizza made on cheese? In which case, clearly pizza made on cheese is more tasty than pizza made on bagels. Here they have, KFC chicken pizza. I've never had it, and this is the first time I am learning of such a thing. That's very interesting. What was I gonna say? Yeah. I don't know. Here in Japan, they have this thing called pizza toast, which is very popular. You take a piece of Texas toast, and then you put pizza sauce on it, which they sell in tubes. You can squirt some pizza sauce on top of it, and then you put a sliced cheese on it, and then sometimes people also put like thin slices of peppers and onions and maybe some ham on it, and then they toast that up and they call that pizza toast. That's pretty tasty. Pizza pretty tasty. Yeah, it reminds me of like the Stouffer's French bread pizza. You do like the Lego flowers, Sally. They strike me as quite attractive actually. But I've not done them before. Yes. Japan has corn toppings for pizza. Yeah, I really like corn. So I like putting them on things as well. I'm trying to remember if I had one recently with corn on it. Probably. I think our Monterey pizza that we like so much with the curry sauce comes with corn on it. I think it comes with corn on it and potatoes and onions and peppers. does Warhammer have daytime and nighttime, or is it just because we're underground that it's looking dark here? Like, are we accidentally getting into nighttime battle time? Oh, your cats nom real flowers, and they steal Lego bricks. Yes, our cats also, cat singular, also seems to like to nom the plant. Did Fritzward come find you?
Yes, he did not.
Oh, wow. Because he was downstairs looking around for a while, and then he went upstairs demoralized because I wouldn't give him any pizza bagel. We are underground, though undead also cause nighttime effects. Oh, boy. Are these rats undead? Or are they just alive? I am so confused. These are all of our people, huh? Look at all of their chevrons. There's so many of them. There's 120 of those guys, and they are eyeballs on the move. Hello.
Hello again, Noms.
Thank you.
Lovely seeing you all.
Thank you for my Tabasco.
You're welcome, and thank you much for keeping Noms company while I got my coffee. Coffee in hand now. We're taking on a battle that we're probably going to lose. I do very poorly with these always, but you know, it'll be a constant reminder as always that, golly gosh, I shouldn't be greedy in this game.
Don't be a greedy, Gus.
Yeah, but I was greedy in the game as always. So I believe my strategy, as mentioned, is to rush their lord. They're probably not going to attack from this side. They're probably not going to attack from that side until the reinforcements come. That might be false. We'll see.
It's such a pretty city. They did such a nice job building it.
Yeah, and every different race has different kinds of cities. And so there are lots of major maps like this that show different kinds of pictures. I love it. Absolutely love it.
If you made a city, would it be this pretty? Like your greenskin people?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. The dwarves, good architects. Look at that. So pretty.
I think greenskins may have war camps. I'm just not sure, though. I want to show you, again, just lower level characters of no concern. Yeah, the only concerning group here is the halberds. I believe that they are... No, never mind. I mean, they are concerning, but they're not the regiment of renown out there. Okay, well, we're going to come flying out of the door there. So
pretty.
We currently have 1,000 defensive points. I want to spend them on building towers in this direction. The defensive towers especially, like the ones that fire. Is that here? No, they already start firing. I apologize. Those just go. We'll build one here. We can save more points to get the catapult tower or even the catapult tower level 2. Or we put little baby ones throughout the city. I'm going to hold off and score points until we can build a higher level one there. So that's that. Let's put our troops together. We do have a level, what are you? A level 8 lord against their level 14 lord. That said, their lord has 4,000 health points where our has only 2,000.
Oh boy.
I mean, we took a big battle a moment ago, so everyone's in kind of rough positioning right now. All right, we have our lords. They will be leading the charge out there. Do you have any special skills or spells? You do not. Our second fighter has a potion of healing. He'll probably use that immediately because health's at half. And all it does is just give health right back. And then Deadly Onset's a better charge. So our Phil Vader will probably be doing the charge in a moment.
This is like, the Iliad.
How is this like the Iliad? I don't think you're wrong.
They're besieging Troy.
They're besieging Troy.
Inside Troy. They're like, oh, look at all those guys out there. Oh, boy.
It is true. We do feel exactly that way.
They sure have that Achilles guy out there.
They do have Achilles out there. We'll see how it goes. So you're all going to lead the charge. We have some very, very weak archers. I'm probably going to bring out behind us and just pelt the enemy as much as I possibly can. The enemy has... I don't see a ranged defense stat. I thought they had ranged defense, though. But maybe not. We'll see what happens. Maybe it's at the bottom here. Spell resistance. Okay, 25% missile resistance. And ward save. So against missiles, they're going to lose potentially up to 45% damage. That's okay, though. All right. So we have a bunch of ordinary spear troops we have what we call the line usually. We're going to put together a collection of archers. That's what we got from winning archers. We then have 3 fancy riders, 2 very weak squigs, and then a collection of basic garrison troops who will stay together. And that is that. Okay. I would like to lead the charge with those 2 and these. We don't need the spearmen. I believe you can line up actually anywhere inside, correct? Correct. I may be sending too many troops. If we lose the walls on that side, it'd be kind of unfortunate. Behind that, we're going to take quote-unquote all of our archers. There aren't very many of them, but it's all nonetheless. And I'll be taking my speedy delivery vanguard runners. I kind of put them outside and see what happens. They'll be out there already. And then artillery. So if we go all in attacking that direction, the artillery will be very useful. We're going to lose this side. That's fine.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
This is going to work out. This is like the best strategery I've ever had, frankly. And I hope you're here for it. If it loses, that's okay. At least we had a fun time. Please line up.
Like, you lose the entire game then?
No, we'd lose 1 territory and 1 major army. Now, unfortunately, the major army here includes a war boss. Sorry, a melee specialist is only lower level. If you hit level 20, they're immortal. Until then, they just die, though.
But he's confident and fresh.
Everyone's confident and fresh. God believe, God believe. Friends, we begin the battle and immediately pause. Okay.
Okay, now we pause.
Now we pause. So do you step forward even a single step? They do. I believe they're running for my riders here. These can definitely outpace these, and that'll be just fine. So, group number 1, our lords march forward. I think one's on horseback, one's not, or wolfback. This guy shouldn't be on wolfback, but are they both on wolfback? Oh, I think I only took my heroic lord off of wolfback. I should change that. As mailers, I want them on foot. What?
We've started the war. Oh, wait, no, hold on. I gotta get off of my.
Yeah, actually, you can't do that, unfortunately. It's a real sad thing that once they're on their horses, they stay that way. Everyone's moving out. Artillery. I'm gonna have you just go outside a little bit. Moving. I need to make sure that my riders don't get penned in, so I'm gonna have them run this way for now. Hey, I'd rather archers, actually. We're doing some arching. Pew, 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 indeed. Okay. So with that done, healing potion goes on Phil Vader. He'll be the front line in just a moment. Okay. We want to get both of these onto the Lord without having them fully encircled. So because of that, we're not going to be in quite yet. Disengage for a moment, wait for the troops. Oh, they want to charge. They want to charge. I get that. Okay, so many of these enemies are slaves. And rat slaves break really, really easily. So we're going to want to get onto them as much as possible. These slave slingers especially. I'm going to have my my cavalry charge into the slingers in a moment here.
Ooh.
What?
I read about that in ancient literature.
That's wonderful. How do you feel about the new Odyssey coming out, Noms?
I have no feelings.
No feelings.
I don't know, Chris Nolan, right?
Is Chris Nolan? The charge is ready.
Oh boy, this is exciting.
All right. Phil Vader charges at once. Bump it up and up and up and down. Whammo! You missed.
Oh.
You absolute misser.
Oh,
That's fine.
That's kind of lame.
It's okay. He'll get some good fighting anyway.
His troops are now laughing at him.
It's all right. For a moment, it was wonderful. We really believed in ourselves, etc., etc., but you can't always get what you want. But sometimes you might find you get what you need. Blump, wow. Back in charge here. My archers are being exposed. We don't want that.
No.
And our lines are in a very strange direction. I'm surprised the enemy lord got way over here. I wanted him more centrally located.
Can we just capture him?
Can we capture him? No. You either kill him or he escapes.
Oh.
Those are possibilities. Friends, the ad break is coming. Unfortunately, because the game hangs so much today, or hangs the Firefox, we can't do crosswords. So we're just hanging out for a little bit during the 3 minutes. I'll continue pushing some buttons, but nothing terribly exciting. We will not defeat the Lord during this part of the game, or this ad break, I promise. Does Noms like Greek or Latin classics more? Does Noms have a favorite era? Noms, what do you think about the Greeks, the Romans, the other people of that era?
Yeah, I started by studying Greek literature, actually. And then I shifted to Latin literature. I don't know why.
Do you really not know why?
I don't. It wasn't like I was choosing one language over the other or anything like that. It was, I don't know. I don't know. Part of it has to do with, like, the availability of faculty in those areas and who I could work with. So that oh boy. So part of it is who I would be able to work with. Although, there were really good Hellenists as well. A lot of stuff in the Greek era seems to focus on classical Athens, which I don't know, I just didn't find as interesting.
Noms is no Democrat, does not believe in democracy even a little bit.
There's a lot of people who work on that era. Do I have a favorite era? I don't know. I guess not. For a long time, I really liked archaic Greek poetry. It's very early poetry, and it's I think it was just like not constricted in the way that later poetry gets to be. I don't know.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You learn things. The enemy's ladders are already on the walls. Oh gosh. Also, my ridiculous. What are you even doing, dudes?
Why aren't they kicking the ladders off the walls? That's what I learned from watching movies.
Can the artillery not go through this door? Is that the issue here? I don't know. Anyways, when clan rats spawn behind the walls, they'll be defeated quickly. Yeah, enemies are getting up here. Possibly. The walls are docked. That's fine. If we defeat the Lord, everything will be fine. We can go ahead and set up a defensive structure here. Or here? Which one covers this wall? I think this one does.
I don't think history teacher Steve. I don't think that's possible.
What's not possible?
History teacher Steve says that they have eaten far too many Reese's Pieces.
That's unfortunate.
I don't think that's a thing. I mean, I don't want to say that's not a thing if right now, like, you have a big tummy ache. Like, you have a big tummy ache.
The Lord is climbing up the walls while we're actively fighting him? What in the Sam Hill is this? This should not be possible. This is not legal.
He's a rat.
In part because my lords are on Wolfback. They can't climb ladders.
He figured this out.
What is this nonsense?
Smart rat brain.
Oh boy, that's no good at all. All right, archers can't. Maybe I'll say this is shenanigans. Maybe we just agree together this is pure shenanigans. You can't get on the wall and he just walked past us.
Well, your guy missed him.
On the first charge. Well, maybe he's still stuck on there. Charging again. Maybe they can't climb ladders.
Is he on?
He's on the floor still. He's being attacked still. All right, we're fine. I take back my giant concern. We're all getting in there. The archers are here also. Fantastic. How's the rest of the battle looking in our small little area here? So you are clan rats. You are fighting. The mighty charge has feared these slaves. What I'm considering doing now, and this might be big dumb, is have my cavalry shift around the entire map. Oh, it doesn't actually connect. Shift around the entire map and charge into these groups, but the wall has fallen or is falling already.
I mean, I'd buy a Lego set of this.
There were old...
This seems sufficiently large to spend 662,000.
There's a lot going on,
Yeah.
Weaker group, you're going to chase them. Stronger groups, you are going to... I don't know. Charging spears is real dumb. Here we go anyway. Line set there. Good. My artillery continues to roll awkwardly. I wonder if we can get out after these are fought off. They'll be down very soon. They're my soldiers. Good. Can you get outside? The reinforcements are coming. They're finally rolling through there. Amazing. The enemy lord is still grounded. Almost dead. Charging back and forth. Good. These are clan rats spawned on top of my archers. I should have had a melee group close by to deal with them.
They're spawning?
Yeah, so the rat people have the ability to cause rats to fall from the sky. We assume that they've dug in or something. So a lot's going to come down to, is the Lord dying going to lead to a morale break throughout their entire army? We have some morale problems on the enemy in these areas. Another enemy has spawned. Not quite sure where. The green bar is against us, unfortunately. They may be rushing through our capital, taking more and more territory. I build here a basic little archer-style tower. Enemy lord is still up. Still up. Now fleeing. We chase. We chase. He has how much health left? 465. I was told yesterday that even in the tabletop version of the game, this is just what happens. You end up chasing enemy lords across the entire map, and it's very frustrating. Okay. These slingers return to battle. You all stop chasing. Okay, the charge is done here. The enemy lord is downed. Is that true? No, the enemy lord is being protected by another group of spawned rats. My archers are gonna die. The chase continues! Coming back towards the base now. 125 armor remaining. Don't let him get off the map, my friends. We've lost a victory point. They've taken the front gates here. We need to move over and form up. Has my artillery done anything? This is a group of spearmen. We're going to move them over to provide a front line for the artillery. The artillery it is firing on something apparently. A group we don't care too much about. So you're going to move. Enemy lord is wounded. Okay, the enemy lord has gone down. Does that mean a darn thing to morale? I don't know. I don't know. So with that done, we want to push inside as best we can. This tower has fallen to the clan, and so as of right now, it's firing on our troops.
Oh no!
It's all right. We'll have these spearmen. They're going to be a line. Yeah, I think my all-in on the enemy lord was not the right call, because though the lord's been defeated, what's morale looking at our side? Seems completely unrelated. Now, they have their own lord called Shab. This is the reinforcement group. This was the rest of the army of the first lord, and it seems like they just don't care. They're just rushing through the base, which does happen, unfortunately. It's always difficult to hold the base, with no armies inside. This is the victory point. We've got to hold on to the center keep, but they're running. Oh boy. I do wonder if it was possible to win this thing. I wonder if there was some player who could have figured it out. It's a close defeat, allegedly, so maybe it would have been fine, but I don't know, team. Any suggestions for better strategies here? other than, you know, don't do what you did. I think that might be the big one here. We made a bad choice, and now we're dealing with it. Where is my artillery going? Stay in the walls. I think go outside made a mistake. Possibly. If Resorty can't do it, no one can. That's right, I'm the world's greatest player of this video game, and don't you forget. Lords, we're gonna hold the middle. That's already fallen. We're gonna hold the middle. Oh boy, Consolidated moved big group out hitting the towers. I mean, so the tower, only that one tower came against us. We're actually defending, not assaulting. So I'm not sure. Deploy out of sight. Oh, Z, this is backwards. You think that I'm attacking. No, I'm definitely defending in this fight. I ran outside to go fight the enemy lord, and that may have been a bad call here. I don't know. A call was made, good, bad, or otherwise. I don't know. It's setting up here. Another enemy has spawned. Gosh, I hate this ability. It's so inconvenient. Alright, everybody get inside. Everybody get inside. This is an enemy. Oh, this is my artillery running away. Good. Good. Yeah, we're just really spread out in a way that's unhelpful right now and kind of confusing, frankly. As always, that's my comment on this kind of playthrough. It's just confusing to keep an eye on everything. And surely we're gonna lose this. May depends on matchup. Stay inside because the orcs cut the rats and choke points. Big Sombrero, I like that. Yeah, I think my enthusiasm for the Lord may have been a bad call. I think part of it also was just there were enemies in every single direction. So I didn't quite know where to start. But yeah, choke points may have been a good call there. I don't know. My lords are still outside. What are they doing?
They're going to run away.
I mean, I can't figure out why they're not heading inside to do something. They may be having trouble finding a way to get inside. Like, I see they're trying to get in there, weird angles. This door is open. You know, just go in through the door, thank you. Oh, this map, you have a great center defend the flag. I don't know these maps at all. I've fought on this kind of map, I think, a few times before, but I've probably had a total of 5 or 6 battles in cities, and every time I just lose because it is overwhelmingly confusing. Here is the main victory plaza. Can we get defenses up in time? Is anyone nearby to defend the Victory Plaza? What a great name that is. I would definitely shop at a store called the Victory Plaza, but it's okay. You all are just hanging out now. Please get me to the Victory Plaza. It's not going to happen. Hey, we can walk. Does walk help us move faster? There's more damage. Well, not super useful right now. Have my lord found the way in. They found the way in. You heroes. You absolute heroes. Just get... there's too many enemies between here and there. If only they had flying troops. If only we had some flyers would help, but they're going to start trying to eat their way through this side. It's going to be a mess. Absolute mess here. Right there for last stand. We are trying to do that. We're trying to get up here, do anything we can, but it's just not going super well right now. Maybe victory will be ours. Maybe. What are we fighting through here? Oh, we're fighting through their melee specialists. Right, 1 second. We don't want you to charge. We do want you to charge. Charge is ready. Let's go. You will charge also. Have to charge second, though. Too late. Already been charged onto. All right, so fighting against a chieftain. Giant buddy with giant arms of drills. We're all gonna die. Not a great fight. Another one's coming too. This is a horrible fight for us. Possibly running away is the way to go. Run away! Run away! We don't want this! How's everyone else going? We might be walking into the grinder, so it might be sensible to wait for our people to get together before we do anything. Oh, what a grinder. Yeah, I think this is GG on this part of the fight. Wow. We've actually managed to defeat the first of these guys. The first of the big uns. Oh, no, we haven't. That's my lord who's breaking. Yeah. So the question is going to be, do we pick up this playthrough and try to continue on it? Because I do suspect after losing this army that these Skaven will be much stronger than we are, and that will lead to us not be able to get a peace treaty, and my greed will be punished yet again. Can I just surrender? Concede defeat. There you go. We're going to lose the force entirely, rather. It's alright, though. It's alright. Do a rematch? Nah, it's alright. I'll take my lumps. I'll lose my lords. So of the groups listed here, no one got especially a lot of kills. What won them the battle was less the actual kills they got, and more the number of victory points they captured quickly, to the point that I couldn't think about the battle at all anymore, and it led to me just... just feeling all at once like I was unable to figure out what to do next. So that's unfortunate. That's all right, though. Part of learning is trying the same battle over and over again. Yeah, I mean, I should have done so, but I'm stomping out. I'm saying that battle is lost, and that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. All right. That's too bad. The campaign may be over now. If the campaign is over, this is going to be the third consecutive playthrough in which we've lost due to my fighting rats. We gotta play the rat army so I can learn what their weaknesses are. They were so well set up for that last fight, though, because they could skitter everywhere all at once, unfortunately. And spawn more folks. Bretonnians next? Maybe. People want to see a lot of different starts, but I think maybe next week we'll do one more week of this game. I'm not sure. I need to think about it for sure. Phil Vader is dead. No, Phil Vader. Rockjaw Dwarf Crusher is dead. Oh, cruel world. Oh, cruel world. Everything is falling apart. We lost the settlements. There are gorillas in our midst.
Did it say that Dwarf Crusher guy is dead, or did he have a tactic removed?
So he died and a tactic removed. Oh. All those things. All those things. Jack, good seeing you. I appreciate it. I'm just curious. I'm just having curious here right now. What do you say? What do you say? You want something called peace? They will actually take peace still. The playthrough may not be over. That said, I believe today's stream will be over. I think I'm going to hang out with Noms now. So friends, thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed yourself. We most certainly could go ahead and restart this playthrough, but I'm going to say we learned enough about orcs for right now. And tomorrow's going to be a short little stream of Farm Sim. And then, day after that.
Tomorrow's Monday, right?
Tomorrow is Saturday. So tomorrow is Farm Sim, my first time ever playing a Farm Sim game. And then on Monday, we'll have a new round of this probably. Maybe Bretonnians, maybe I don't know what. But thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. And we'll see you again real soon. Goodbye.